Okay. I think we're good. Let's get rid of that echo. Okay. It changes. There we go. Okay. Here I am. Come on in, guys. There we go. Got it. Welcome. I'm a bit late. We had a late dinner and the rest of it, so I'm later than normal. First thing I'm going to show you is what we painted last Friday. But welcome. I am Donna from the Rustic Farmhouse. If you're new here, or if you haven't been here before, welcome. We painted this interchangeable set for the truck that I made to fit in the truck. And the ones that were with me, you notice I changed the tailgate. I did not like the other tailgate. It just did not sit with me. So I just cut this one out today, but I did not. I'm going to put some lines on it and some decals on it yet. Maybe some polka dots. I'm not sure. Something like that on the tailgate. I'd give it more, make it stick out a little bit more, but the other stencil we used on Friday just gave it too much on it that it wasn't for me, so I had to change it. So I just cut that out a few hours ago and put it on there. So I just wanted you to see what it looked like with a solid purple one. So it turned out pretty cute. Now I like it a lot better with the new tailgate. Get this off of here now. Hope you guys had a great week. Hi Debbie, welcome. I got a full box down there for you ladies again. Let me tell you, I just sent Lisa a ton, like 40 some kits. I don't know, a few weeks back again, and I got a ton. I'm gonna probably I should probably find somebody else to start helping you guys, because that box I have down there is full, and I was cutting again today, and I got more to cut yet too. Hi Colleen, welcome. Welcome. I'm going to aim you guys down right away. I just showed the truck that we painted on Friday. I just changed the tailgate a little bit. I changed it a whole bunch, put it that way. I made it purple. But I'm going to aim you guys down here, and I'll show you what we're going to work on today. I started part of it earlier. This should switch there. I started part of it earlier. I did the window beforehand, but we got to put it together. And then we're going to do an insert set for this new window. This is already listed on my site. If you're shopping on my sale. You might like this guy, Debbie. Let me see if I can get it off of here. This is really cute, and it's really good size. This window itself is like 16 inches. I knew this was tight on here. I like them tight, to tell you the truth, because then you don't have to, they stand sturdy, but I want to get that off so I can paint it. Hold on. I knew it was on there pretty good, but I wanted to make sure I could get it on there. I probably should sand it down a little bit. Hold on. It should be over there. I wiggled it off. This is going to be an interchangeable piece. You get the two pieces like this, and then it gets glued together like that. And I just did mine in an off-white. I think it's buttermilk actually. And I did a little bit of dry brushing on it, real lightly, if you notice that. This middle line is scored so it stays darker. But I did a little bit of a grainy effect. Not a lot, just a little bit. I didn't want a lot on it. Let's glue that together right away. I'm going to use my tacky glue. So actually, I'm going to sand that first, just a little bit. Let me find my sander so I can get it in the stand. But once you add paint onto them too, you got to realize that paint adds more thickness, and it makes it thicker. So if it doesn't want to go into your stand real, if it's too tight, you're just going to have to sand it a little bit down to make it slide in there better. But I sell a lot of the stuff that I do paint, so I try not to glue the stands on. Where's my little sander? I try not to glue them on, otherwise I gotta leave them on to ship it. But if it was me personally and I was keeping it, I would glue them on so they didn't ever come off. Because it annoys me a lot, but I gotta pick up the stand all the time if I move it or take it apart. Alright, I can't find my little sander. Come on. I may just have to do it right here without this little hand one. I guess I will. It's probably here, but I just don't see it. So I'm just going to sand these down. I painted both sides too. It's got more spore marks here yet, or from what the flash does on the laser. A lot of that, I could rub that off though. I just didn't get around to it. I have my little one. I have a little bitty hand sander. I don't know where it went, guys. Let's see what I can do here. Mainly take the paint off. It's going to take a lot of it. My table's probably going to shake too. But it would be better if I could get it to fit in there a little bit better. Coming off to it. It's a little harder without having something flat. Let me see how much better. Well, let's glue it together. We'll glue it together first. I better use the other glue so it doesn't take forever to dry. So, I'm just going to put glue. Now, the middle piece I don't need any on. I'm just going to go around the outside and around the bottom here with the glue. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. Here, this is the first part. I went ahead and painted this beforehand because it's pretty basic. But this is the pieces are inserted into this that we're going to paint. So, but I do want to show you how it goes together, how easy it is to put it together. There's a lot of stuff on there to shop now, Debbie. I've been adding all week. If you guys haven't been on the site, this window frame that we're doing right now is on there already with some other inserts. With a bunch, I've got some inserts on there so far. I really like the one I thought the one that we're painting tonight is really, really cute. I'm going to look for that sander here while this dries a second. I don't know where it would have went to. It's usually always on my table here. I never put it away. I keep it out because I use it. And I need it for, I want to sand on the picture a little bit. Of course, I got a couple downstairs, but I don't want to run down there and get them. Let's see what else I got fine here. Oh, I found one. I use this little hand one like this. And I got a bucket of, a thing of sandpaper that's in rolls, and I just cut off what I need and put it on there. I'm going to get a little stiffer stuff. That might, a little more grit, less grit, I mean. I'll go down to 80 grit here. And then I'll take that off real quick for me. Alright. But I'm going to grab some finer too because I'm going to need that too in a minute. Okay. So this is really cute. I think this is a really cute kit. Just want to make sure it's all lined up good. Pretty good there, it looks like. A little, no, I'm pretty good. Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty good. It went up a little bit. But it's not bad. It'll be okay. Alright, now I'm going to sand it a little bit on the back here. Now that I got my sander. Let's see how it's going to fit in my sand. But I'll take a wipe and wipe most of this off. That'll come off. Most of it should come off. Let's see if this is going to fit better now. Yeah, now I can get it in there. Yep, that'll fit better. I can get it off too. But it's still nice and still fairly tight. The base has got 3 pieces because it's got a longer tab on it so that it's a little more sturdier for you. So I'm going to glue those together because I'm not going to paint I don't need to paint this underside one. So I'm just put some glue in here and on the edges. There. I'm going to have to go get more glue even. Jeepers. And then we'll run some down here. Just don't want to get it in your, where the cracks are there, in the openings, or they'll fill your opening in, and your pitch. If you want it to come out, it may not. I'm going to move a drop of that there first. Okay. Let's spread this out here a little bit better. Yeah, I've been adding stuff all week, cutting and adding, so there's a lot of new stuff on the site, and there's still more to come. New basket inserts, new birdhouse, all kinds of stuff, new shelf sitters, ornaments. There we go. This I sort of hemmed and hawed on if I wanted to add this. So we have a lot of insertables. I also added a candle insertable. And then this will sit in here. But I'm going to paint that first. I'm going to paint these two first. I'm just going to do them with a roller to make it quick. There's a candle that is interchangeable with the top piece. You can put a candle on it. And then there's some other attachments for the holidays to go on it. It's really cute. And I'm going to go the same color as the base, but then I think I'm going to darken it up. That's what I think. We'll see how it turns out. But this is just a DecoArt buttermilk that I used on the door. Let's just get a little of that. All right. There's a lot of fun stuff I'd like to paint that has come out right now, but I just don't have. I wish I could. I wish I could paint it all. I got the fall ducks downstairs yet. I didn't send them off to the ladies. I was going to paint them, so I got to get those. We got to paint those yet too. Those are really cute. But there's so much of this stuff that goes together. I think that it make a cute display in your home or anywhere. I like when things match a lot. I don't know. It's just me, I guess. I'm going to do this and try not to get it inside there so I don't make those cracks any smaller than they are and any tighter. I haven't been on there, Debbie, to see if you guys have uploaded anything new or not, because I've been busy just listing stuff that I need to update pictures for from you guys, from you and Lisa. And I have more wood come this week, so I was busy with that. Alright, I'll dry that real quick. I listed these, I'll get that off in a minute. I listed this window earlier this week already, and there's been, a lot of people are liking it. I've had quite a few sales of it already. But a lot of the interchangeables are small, where this is fairly large. Even the pieces that go in it are pretty big. The teddy bear was really cute for Christmas. I'd like to paint that one yet too. This is the same designer that does the mini post. So this set right here, I asked her because I thought, yeah, this would be really cute as a mini post insert, for the mini post. And she's going to make them. She wanted to know which ones I really wanted, so I gave her a couple, and she's going to get them changed over so they'll fit on the post. A bunch of, oh, you're taking pictures. Okay. All right, cool. I was on something today when pictures, and they actually said, do not mess with your when you do your pictures, don't mess with your camera settings as far as contrast and colors go, because it messes with your color, and then you want people to see the actual color. I went, that's sort of interesting, because sometimes I try to mess with it, and they don't look right. So you gotta leave it set where it always is what they were saying too, and that reminded me of like what we have talked about before, Debbie, too. On colors, that really messes with your picture. I don't know when you'd ever use stuff like that on a camera, because I think I don't know, unless you could turn it black and white or something. That's about the only thing I can see. Alright, this should be good then. I wasn't going to paint these white, and I was going to make them all brown. And then otherwise I would have had them done with the door itself, but I ended up changing my mind later on. So after I got up here, I saw this wax I'm going to put on here. I thought, oh, that would be a good idea. I could do that with the stand instead. I need the new bear for the birdhouse post. Yeah, the teddy bear that she has for this window. Is that what you're talking about, Kim? Yes, we're going to paint the witches tonight. but I asked her for the witches for the mini post. The witches, I told her the snowman with the kids was cute. But yeah, and I'll have to tell her the bear too, because yeah, he's cute too. Yeah, I know. I have two, Debbie. I used to mess with it some too, but I don't anymore. And when you do pictures, Debbie, when you take them off your camera and put them on that background, if you go into our program there and go into the templates, there's a new one that I want you to use that says DIY on the bottom. You'll see it. That way, those are the ones I actually post on the website. And one other thing while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to tell you, so I don't know if I did in the message or not. When you guys paint the, like the mini snow globe, I'm going to find my dates here, I don't think I have any. It's the mini snow globe and with the big snow globe, or the mini basket with the big basket. Take me a picture of both of them together for the first one, the one with the DIY on. Put it on that one for the main picture, like in a basket or something, in something, not plain. Just they got to be in something, like my main photos are. You can always go look on the site, I guess too. Let's see how I do them. I don't think I have any more Ziplocs up here. Let me see. I can probably steal one here. Yes, I'll have this, whatever it's from. I'll take this out of here and put it in here so I can see it, this roller. Okay. Yeah, if you got any questions, just let me know. You saw me at the witch? Yeah. I thought it was really cute. This designer doesn't like you to change her stuff, so, I mean, I seen it in her posting, so I didn't even ask her. But like the one I did for the truck here with the bat, they don't, they let you change it and use it as long as you don't sell the file. I'm not going to sell their file, it's theirs. I just converted it over to use it a different piece. That's totally different. So let's do the, I'm going to try some of this on here. I haven't used this stuff in a long time. It's a Waverly Antique Wax. I'm going to shake it up real good. And I usually put it on with the cloth. We'll see. Like I said, I haven't used it in a long time. It's been probably quite a few years. The witch we have is actually for this, the witch we're going to do tonight, Kim, is for this, the set that it goes with. But yes, I do have it for the, I know what you're saying, the leaning post. Yes, I do have the interchangeable one for the post, too. I did purchase the post right away. Yes, because I thought they were so cute, these witches. Let's see if I get the cover off, sure. I am just going to, let's see if I got some gloves, actually. I don't know if I do or not up here. If I don't, I don't. No, I don't. Guys, oh well. It's been worse. I'm just going to take some on this dirty cloth I got here. It's not dirty, it's clean, but it's stained. That's why it's up here. I'm going to hope, I haven't done this in a long time, so I'm going to hope this works pretty good. We're going to just apply it on here. Spread it out somewhat, and it's going to give it a decent coating of it. Like this. It'll work. I think it's going to work. I already remember now. I haven't done this in a while. But I know, I used to do this on my, I used to make signs just from 2x4s or 1x6 or 1x8 actually. And I made them all. And I did all the background. So I did stuff like this with the backgrounds of them to make them different and give them a little bit of a different look to them. Alright, now I'm going to get rid of this cloth and grab a new one. The cleaner one. And I'm just usually wipe it down then. Let's see what she looks like. Wipe it off. Wipe off as much as you want, actually. Let's see what it looks like. But I sort of wanted it to look with, I'm going to leave the door the color it is, of course, that's done. And these, the stand to look a little darker is what I wanted. And I may put some back on there yet. I think I might just leave it a lot darker. I'm going to wipe this stuff off. I'll put more, I think. Yeah, I want it darker. I want it to be quite a bit darker. I may just leave the wax on. We'll see. But it does give it an aged look, a worn look or darker look. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Yeah, you said new template. That'd be great, Debbie. Oh, yeah, that'd be great, too. Yep. I was just sort of looking for them to be more uniform so that everybody's looks the same, basically. You know, that some weren't white, some weren't black. I don't mean to be fussy, but I just think it looks nicer when when we all do the same on there, especially on, you know, seeing as one site. You know, if it wasn't all together, it'd be different, but it is. So that's what I was thinking. I'm not going to change the ones that are done, of course. We're going to leave them. I think I'm going to leave it on here like this somewhat. That's what I'm thinking. If I rub it off too much, then it comes off and it's really a lot lighter. Just don't want all those goofy marks. So I'm going to do a little bit more here. See if I can get rid of them. Isn't that witch though cute, Kim? I like that. I like it a lot. That's more the look I want, I guess. In the middle, you're not going to see anything in the middle. You're just going to see on the edges here anyway. It's like a paint, but it's thinner, and it's a wax. I'm trying to think of what I use it on a lot of times. I would put it on, gosh, I put it on a lot of stuff. But I rubbed it off, and it would give it that darkish look around the edges. That worn look, basically. Older. On certain things. I'm trying to think of exactly what I use it on, but I use it on a lot of stuff. I know I did. It doesn't dry as quick either. I used to use, this is a little different of a wax, but I used to use it like a clear wax to seal a lot of stuff too. And put it on instead of sealing them. I use the wax, which works good too. Okay. I'm going to try drying it and see if it dries and stays on there. I think it will. It almost gives it a wood look to a sense this way too, somewhat. Oh, I think I know what I used to do. I used to say if you have a rougher look, a rougher feel to something, trying to think of what we did. It would sit in those darker areas, or if an area was engraved, it would fill that in and stay in there more. Oh, there's lots of stuff. I just can't think of how I used it all the time. It's so damp. We're going to just let this sit to the side, I think, for now, while we paint the other. And I'll see if it gets harder. I may still have to wipe some of that off, because it may need to. See, it's a wax. We'll see. I'll set it on top up here and we'll wait and see what it does. How much harder it gets by the end by the time we're done. Let's try wiping it then. Alright. So that'll just be the stand for this, for the window. Get this out of the way. Alright, we're going to paint this. I got a few ideas for these witches. I'm undecided. Let's get them out here. I'm echoing now. I thought I had it off. Thanks, Marge. Welcome. We're doing a new insert for the window that I just had. This will be a Halloween one. It's pretty cute. All right, I'll show you how it goes before we Now, if you notice on the window on that base we were just painting, there was 3 holes. Each of these guys have their own little place to go into. They don't get glued together. They're all separate. And I'm also going to have little stands. So if you don't want the window and you want them just to sit somewhere on a shelf, you can put them in the stand to sit. It'll just be a square little stand, little rounded. I'm going to make them. The designer has some already too that she's selling, but I can make a stand. That's not a big deal. So I'm going to make my own little stands for them too. And you can then set them. You don't have to have the window if you don't want the window. I'll just put them together here real quick. That's going to come down. It's sort of, his head sits up a little higher and that hair is like in the background on him. There she is. Okay. And then we'll have the cat and we'll have a pumpkin on here and she's going to get a broom. These little buttons, these 6 of them, I think there are 5 of them. They just go along his hat here. Let's see. We might well make sure we got everything before we get going. And I should put it on some what am I trying to think of? On my sticky board so I don't lose anything. But we get all 5 of those. And she's going to have a little pot here. I'm just going to have these on here. And this is a hand, and this is a hand. Oops, this goes across the broom. Yeah, we've got everything. And we'll just have her hand here somewhere. She's got it like this on there. I don't know, I don't know. I'm going to put it like that, though. It'll just go, it'll be the other way, actually. It'll go downward out of her face. So like that is how they're going to go. So yeah, you can actually display them in a stand instead. You can use either one of them, and you can switch back and forth, Debbie, on those 2 templates. The scarecrow, we have the scarecrow for this window, correct, Kim? Pretty sure there was a scarecrow. Is that the one you're talking about? All right, what do I want to start on these guys? I guess I'll start with, I don't like to do black first. I think I'll start with their faces. No, we're going to start with the dresses. I've got an ideal for the dresses. And I'm just going to set this stuff up here for now. I've got an idea if I want to try something on these dresses. At least the 2 kids. I'm going to take these off too. Instead of putting them on my sticky board, I'm going to set them right up here out of the way. They're going to be on my computer, so they shouldn't go anywhere. And we're going to do a drop of sanding. These were engraved. And I don't want that bleeding through. I should put my other sandpaper on. I don't want it that strong. I'm going to put a 240 on. I'm going to take off that browning on there. First of all. I don't always take the browning off, but this one I'm going to because we're going to do something with them here in a bit. What I want to do on the dresses. But it wouldn't hurt to take a sandpaper and take that off if your project, whatever you get, has been engraved. Because sometimes it comes through your paint. And if you do that, and at least take it off for that area, you should be fine. It doesn't take much to sand that off. It's pretty, this stuff sands so easy. Really easy. Okay. And then I just go back over it with a paper toweling so I can get the sand, what I sanded off out of the darker areas. And it dries pretty quick. Okay, see if I can get out of here. Just rub it down in there a little bit. I just use a Clorox wipe. We're going to do something different to these anyway, so. Here. Because usually I don't paint in them. I just leave them the color they are because they're usually dark enough. You could put paint in there if you want. I mean, if you're painting some color and you get the color in there, you can easily put some paint in there and it could hurt. I mean, you've got a hole there that it would easily fill up. I could have blew these off a little bit too. That might have helped too. Or wiped them off. Okay. I'm going to find some colors here. We'll probably let that dry. Let's, so her dress, you still see a little bit. It looks like you're going to still see, well, that's going to be all hair up to there. Yeah, that'll be hair. We'll make that all hair back there to come up to the dress, so I don't have to worry about that. This one we'll paint, but it's probably going to be black. I'm going to find some colors for these guys. I'm undecided yet. I really want to do one in purple. Probably the little girl. So let me find the purple. I don't think I'm going to go light. And it's a dark one. Let's try her first. Well, I'm going to show you what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to just get some, I'm going to use a dark purple here. Instead of those dots being black, I'm going to make them purple. And I'm just going to take and put some paint in them first. I probably should have stirred that up better too. Just going to use my little dolly, my little dauber here. I should zoom you guys in some more. I'm going to zoom you in better. Hold on. Hopefully I get you in the right area. I think I did. I'll move her over What one can you see? Yeah, you can see the right one, I think. Yeah, that's thicker. All right. And I can either fill them up or just get more enough in there. I'm going to put more in there. I'm going to fill them. I'm going to put enough in there because you usually have deep enough engraved marks here that you can put some paint in there and it'll dry and it'll be fine. I'm doing this part first because if I get it on the outside, then I can always sand it or paint. I think I'll do that on his dress too, or whatever he's got on his long shirt. I think, well, they're both girls, to tell you the truth. They are both girls. But this one's got big enough score marks, so I thought I want to do something with those. I'm not sure if the designer cut them out. It almost looked like on one of hers that she just cut them out. I'm not sure. And then the color underneath would come through, but okay. There we go. All right. Now, that'll probably be good. I can probably leave it. I had to decide on the other one what color I want to do. Now, the designer made them all so they sort of, if you've seen the picture that's I've got on my page too, they all sort of go together and they're orange and black. So I think I'm going to make this so it almost sort of matches. So I think I'm going to go with, on this one, I'm going to make the dress white, and maybe I'll make these dots in here purple too, or the stars, the same purple. I think I will. Her dress is going to be a light purple. Maybe I should make them light purple. Not with white, though. You won't see it very good. So let's go with the dark purple too. Now, these are smaller, so let's see how it's going to work. And now I'm going to end up, I'm going to have to put more in here to fill it up, and then I'm going to have to sand that off. But it shouldn't be a problem. We'll try to do it and try it. But I'm going to get it pretty level, because I'm not going to be able to get it in there very good at all. So these will be sort of a trial and error here. We'll see how they go. Whoops, I got hair. I got enough paint right there too. Have you guys ever filled in the engravings on your paintings that you've done? Tried to, or colored in them? I know I painted them black once in a while. I did use some micro. I have tried this micro powder, they call it. I have used that on them once. That turned out, it was okay. But I could see painting it would be just as easy. I wanted to get to Hobby Lobby this week and get some more purples, but I didn't get a chance. Okay. I started cutting. All the door hangers are now out of, all the door hangers and even the porch inserts are all going to be out of MDF from now on, just so you guys know. I don't know if I change it on I don't think I changed it on the porch hangers yet. I have to. But even with the 1/4 inch on the back, they will still, it should still fit in there for your interchangeables. It shouldn't be a problem. You actually should probably use, if you're going to do them all, one or the other is what it should be. I'll still probably keep a little bit of the thicker wood around for like the shelf sitter pumpkins where they got to stand on their own. I'm not going to do too much more stand on their own stuff. We'll put stands on it. I'm going to fill these a little bit more yet. I'll probably still stand over hers too. But I'm going to fill them up. Have you guys seen where they're making, they're taking the laser and they're cutting out shapes and making them like into a stained glass? Has anybody seen that? I've been thinking about it, but I think I'm going to stay away from it. Have you guys seen what I'm talking about? It doesn't look like it would be all too much work. I mean, it wouldn't be a real... Painting takes a while. Put it that way. I like the reward that comes after working on something for quite a while, I guess. That's probably maybe just me. where there's like the stained glass. It's cool. They look cool. I like them a lot. I mean, I'd even make one. I don't know if I want to make a ton of them because there isn't nothing to it. All you're doing is putting colored glass into those openings and then putting resin in it. So it's not like if you're doing shows, maybe, yeah, you'd want to do it, but there's not a lot of creativity to it, put it that way. I guess is the word I'm looking for. You can't, you can change the color of the rocks in there, but, and I thought about it, and I thought about doing it and offering, kits for it, but, all the color of rocks I would need, or even to color the rocks, I don't know, that would take a lot. I don't have time for it. I got enough with just the blanks, I decided. I am thinking about adding something else that's new with the blanks, but it would be painting. I'll tell you what they are in a minute here. I just got to order some so I can make some first. Because there is a designer and I'll have to buy her license to be able to do them, which is okay, but I think they're really cute. They're really, really cute. I don't mind buying their licenses. That doesn't bother me. Alright, we're going to let those dry a little on their own and we'll go ahead on something else here in a minute. But what they are is they're hair clips. And they're just adorable. I mean, they're painted up. They paint them up so nice and the designs on them. Has anybody seen those? Let me know if you've seen those too. If you've seen the sun catchers or the hair clips. Let's get these, let's get the faces out of the way. Then I can decide on the color of hairs, I guess. Let's see what we want to do here. Let's go. What is this? Natural buff. That's pretty white. Got 3 of them in a row here. Jeepers. 4 of them. 4 natural buff. Here's my sugar peach, I think it was called. There it is. This is the one I used last time. I have to get some more skin colors. This is pretty plain too. I don't know if this is awful white. What is this one? Natural. Let me see what these look like. That looks like it's got more color than this one does. 1 second. It does. I'm still missing one, I can tell, because I'm not finding the color I usually use. Here it is, natural. That's the same as this one. Let's try this. This is natural buff. I don't know if it's going to work or not on those faces. Let's see. I was using colored foil on the kits. I'm going to check that out. So she was using colored foil on them. I know I never got into. I know there you could craft with foil before, and I think did you iron it on? I don't remember. And you could put foil on stuff like that. I never did that. But I know you could. The sun catchers are sort of cute. I mean, she's got a ton of designs, tons of them. I actually am going to just do in the Smith Center here because I got to do the hair. I don't want, she doesn't have like a lot where you can just paint and then it gets covered up. These aren't in that many layers, so I could sort of be more careful here. I want to get around these eyes and mouths with the sponge so I can keep them clean. And then I will with a paintbrush. Yeah, you have to let me know, Debbie, what that's about. But these, have you guys seen anybody seen the hair clips? Does anybody wear hair clips? Or their kids? They're so darn cute. They are. They're really neat. I mean, their detail on them is unbelievable. So you got a piece of wood that's cut the same shape as the hair clip. And then it gets glued on top of there. They're for different seasons. She has designs. She's got some really cool designs. And she'll do matching earrings and stuff. I've seen some really cool earrings by her too that I've been really tempted, but I did see some newer, because when I made earrings a couple times, and they were fun and everything, but putting all those clips on was so tedious to me, and just, I don't have the patience for it, I guess, to sit there and drop stuff over and pick it up over and over and over. And anyway, there's these new ones that just clamp on that are really nice. You just, that's what a lot of them are using. They just put it on there and they tighten it, clamp it down, and there's probably squeeze it to tighten it. So that'd be really easy to do. But then, like, for those stained glass, I was thinking, like she does, you want us to, I can't have you guys people trying to find their own stained glass to put in there. So she buys it in bulk, and then she colors, what she needs or whatever. And she does sell wholesale, but it's still like, you get like 10 pounds of it for $50. Well, do you know how many different colors you would need? What that would cost me to get 10 pounds of all these? For, even 10 of them, that'd be another $500 just on glass. I'm thinking, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want that inventory sitting here either. And, that's a lot of, you never probably have all the colors you want to use. She has a lot of colors to make it, and she like in the water, she makes part of it darker and part of it lighter. So it looks like, the depth or, just gives it that definition. And, you need different colors in the same color then. So, nah. All right, we'll take this face too. I'm going to go back with the brush then and get this too, get him some more. So anyway, I'll probably, once I get some clips in, I'll go on live and paint one, and you guys can see what I'm talking about. And we'll just start off, you can order the clips on Amazon. They're not real expensive. I'm sure if you have kids or whatever, they probably wear clips. My kids would put their hair in clips. I've always worn my hair down and just left it like that. But unless it's really warm, then I put it in a ponytail. But I could put it in a clip too. Okay. Try to engrave these areas deeper where you're going to be painting, so you got room there, and it's down far enough that it don't get paint on when you go over it. Okay. Before I paint up here again, I'm going to get a new tablecloth. This one's got some, I can see that I get some, there's junk on here I got to get off of here. My husband comes up here and works and does stuff up here and leaves me a mess, and my table gets dirty, but this one needs to be replaced. Okay, let's get up. Now I'm going to use a brush, and I'll get closer around the faces and see what we need to do there. Some paper toweling. And we got to do their two hands, too, before I forget those guys. All right. We have, like, I just seen it on the news, and we're eating, in the next 40 years, like 4 to 7 inches of rain coming. We have had so much rain this year. It's been, it seems like that's all it does half the time. And we get a lot at a time. This whole summer and spring, we've had plenty of water. If we were still farming, we wouldn't be needing to water anything, that's for sure. There we go. We'll get the hair done next, I think, and then we have the faces done. I'll get them out of the way here. That gives those areas that we filled in there some time to dry more before I take the sander to them. Whoops. That's just fine, okay. All right, now I'm going to give the face a little more too if I can here. I gotta wait for it to dry. It's looking like I'm trying to. Yeah, I do. I need to dry that. That one day when I was listing, I think I had over a full page of new listings I added. Just recently too. Just this week. I did find a few other cute designs, but then the people who design them don't let you do wood blanks. They'll let you paint them and sell them at craft shows and stuff, but they won't let you sell blanks. So I took care of a couple of those I found that I thought were really cute. But I'm always looking. A good coat of paint base on here then. The front of the base should be good. But that app we use, Debbie, for photos, I think is really nice because, I mean, I even take pictures at night. You know, a lot of times you should be using it when it's daylight out. But I'll take them at night, and I got a good light, pretty good light down in the kitchen, fairly good. And I will, by the time it takes your background, I'll stay out of the shadow, so there's no shadow on it. A lot of times I got to move because there'll be a shadow where the camera is. And you take the background, that app with the background off, and the picture looks good. Usually looks pretty good. I think it's pretty easy program, app actually, for that. The only thing I noticed lately, and I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the program, you can tell me if you run into it, but you go to remove the background, and it takes it a while. Is yours sitting and spinning there for a while? Or is it just mine? I never used to do that, but I had to just recently move stuff off my hard drive because it was, and move it off into the, I've got 2 drives on there. Last week I had to just move a bunch of it because it was getting too full. These files take up so much room, and then all the pictures, and I gotta go through my pictures and just cut it down to just actually saving like the main photo for when I print them off. But I save them all on OneDrive, but some of them I still must have saving on my computer, but if it's taking up so much room, I gotta sit and look at it. I thought I had it so it just saved them to OneDrive, but I guess I don't. Some water. Start doing stuff like that on the computer, and it takes so much time. It really does. Even just moving stuff. You can spend hours. And I had the issue last week where, like if you want to move your documents or your pictures or your desktop or your files in OneDrive, or not your files in OneDrive, your other files, your normal desktop and my computer stuff, your videos and pictures and stuff like that over. You're not supposed to just copy them over or drag them over to the new place. You're supposed to go into properties and you go to location, and right there you tell it where you want it to store it. So that way when you in your downloads folder, you know how when you download it knows that's where it needs to go. But if you just go and move that folder now, it's not going to know where it is. So you're supposed to go into the properties and move it that way, go into location and move it. Well, I went to do that then, and on all my folders, there was only like one of them, I think the desktop, that had the location in it. The rest were missing that tab. It changed, didn't it? It did. How did it do that? I don't know why it did that. We'll go back. Sorry. The skeleton. I don't know what you mean there, Kim. You love me? I'm glad you love me. You're glad I got the skeleton from her and added him. I see what you're saying. I thought you loved me. Just kidding. What was I telling you? Oh, so yeah, anyway, all these folders of mine, none of them could I move. So that's an issue because, like I said, your computer needs to know where it needs to put this stuff when you, like, new downloads, go into downloads, and your Excel documents where you save them, and it's all like defaulted in there, and it knows it's through the mapping or registry or whatever. So anyway, I had started Googling it, and it had to do with OneDrive is what it had to do with, why they didn't have it anymore. And they were now, those files were now in my OneDrive, the ones that were being used, those folders. So I had to take them out. It was sort of a mess, to tell you the truth. It was sort of a mess. It's always been out there. It's been hours researching and trying to figure out, and then you find something that tells you how to do it, and you go do it, and it doesn't work. And you gotta go do it, try something else, and that kind of fun stuff. You never go right the first time, and easy, you know. You two love me for all the goodies. I think those, I just, oh, I didn't get them listed yet. I cut out today a bunch of the new dinosaurs, and they are stinking cute. I took pictures of them this morning. I meant to take a picture of the laser, but before I went to bed last night while I was shipping, I always will put stuff on the laser and let it cut while I'm shipping, because it might as well be working if I'm working. So while I'm doing my shipping and the rest of it, I have it cutting something. It's not usually in order. It's my files I gotta cut. So I had it full last night of new stuff when it was just most night. But anyway, it was really full this morning, and it was all smaller stuff like snow globes and basket inserts, and it was mostly all of the dinosaur. I might take a picture, and I was going to show you guys, but I forgot. I'll do it another time. And there's a lot of cute dinosaur stuff coming. I didn't know if I'd like the dinosaurs, or, I guess if you got kids, it'd be really cute too, especially if you got little kids. But they're still cute no matter what, I think, sitting around. They'd be cute on a counter somewhere. They're just adorable. I thought about painting them too. We'll see how far I get into everything. And then I added that new door hanger too. I want to do that one too. The football one. I've been selling SVGs of it big time. I have sold some rounds of it too already. I designed that one just the season for football up. I think it turned out really nice. But I'd like to get some like Packer ribbon, or football ribbon to match. What you can do it for whatever state you're in. And then that way you'd have your colors on there too, up and tie it up above on the ball area. I thought it would be cute. I don't think I have any green paper. I may. I'd have to look, actually, because I made a wreath. I made a couple Packer wreaths. I got a little bit area I can see right here. I want to get a little more paint. Right about in here. Let's see here. I got it almost all. I might as well get it. I know in Milwaukee, which is what I always told of us, last weekend, with all this rain that was going on, I'll have to put a little more in there too. They had some big time flooding down there, and the vehicles, were underwater, floating. They got so much rain in such a short period of time. But yeah, we've had so much rain here. It's just crazy. All right, I see. I keep looking at them. I can see lighter areas, so I gotta get them. I should probably dry it and see what it looks like. I shall do that right now. And we'll see if we're done with that. And I better grab the hands. I have an echo again. Yeah, sorry, it's because it went off. Thanks. That's because I had shut it off already. I think I've done it twice already. I've got these arms, I gotta get these hands over here. But it just flipped over to the front screen before, and I don't know why. All of a sudden I looked at the computer and I saw myself, I'm like, Okay, that's all right. Okay. All right. I tried to get my keys this week, but I called them Wednesday, and I see the kids are gone till Monday. So hopefully Monday I get a hold of John, or John gets a hold of me. I sent them some texts, but I haven't heard back. But it's probably because they're gone. All right. This one I want to drop on, but I think they look okay. This one a little bit by the nose, right over here. If I would have had more time, I could have put, I don't know, I could have changed these faces a little bit too. But then again, I don't have to change everybody's stuff. But they're sort of cute because they got like a wider face. And then we're going to let these, oh, we're going to do the hair, I guess. Okay, let's do that. Let me figure out how I want to do the hair. Yeah, they went to see, oh, they went down to Florida. Must have been hot down there. I seen the new bears too, Kim. I did. Those are cute too. They're cute. They're not as cute as the duck or the I love the fall stuff. They're not as cute as the dinosaurs, the bears. I don't think. I did some berry ornaments today too. Those I think are be cute. Let's get this hair done. I'm gonna do, let's see. I'm gonna do a dirty blonde maybe. I don't think I want blonde. I could though. I could go blonde. Yeah, this is too, or yellow would be blonde, but, what color would be good for hair? This will be really bright yellow, medium, if I use that. See it light brown here. I could do a red too, or orange, orange hair for orange hair. That would be okay too. Like a cinnamony, I think so. What is this? Burnt sienna is pretty close to it. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I'm going to do one orange. We're going to do the orange haired one first. Burnt orange. Cinnamon stick. I want to see the difference in these colors. 1 second. The one I like better here. I'm going to go with the cinnamon stick, I think. I can always use darker ones. I put some shades in it. The chunky ornaments, I'm trying to think of them. Yes, they are. I think I have those listed already. Oh, he's in Virginia now, huh, Kay? He was in Florida, wasn't he, for training or something? I thought, let's do this one with the one with the short hair, which is this one. We'll do her in the orange. Oh, I gotta finish these hands. Never mind. I'm gonna put some tape there. Yeah, those were cute too. I do remember those. But those were somebody else's too, weren't they not? If I'm thinking, yeah, they're not the normal designers. They're another one that I had found that I purchased those from. If I'm thinking of the right ones, I'm pretty sure I do. I had like 3 sets of hers on there. Ornaments or shelf sitters. I don't remember. I think there's both. I keep my edges clean here. Picked up some markers at Walmart too. We'll see if they work for doing white lines again. I'm gonna try them out. Oh, he was in Florida, got sent there. Okay, yes, that's the name of it. I couldn't think of her name either. They are cute, aren't they? I think I had something else I did of hers years ago. It might be the pumpkin with the cat on, might be hers too. I don't remember now. But I've had some of her stuff. So I watch her stuff. And she just came up in my feed the other day and I saw those. I went, oh, those are really cute. Sawdust just came out with, were they Moose or Highlands? And they got one of them has a will by it. I just saw them today. I thought they were cute. Like a wagon wheel, standing next to it. They're like a group of like 5 or 6 of them. I've been listing them so you can just buy like one of them. You don't have to get the whole set. I don't know if you guys like that or not. I try to put on there the whole set at the bottom, but I know there's a couple I didn't. I probably should go, if I ever find them again, I'll go back and add it. We can get the whole set too at a little bit better savings anyway. I try to do. Okay, I gotta do this one too, right by the hairline. Okay, there. That one we're gonna leave. All right, now let's go to the hair. I think we're good there. I have to get the hands a little more, but we'll go on first. Let's do this one here. So this one, the shirt will sit up here. And then the face is going to sit way up here. So, and then the hat will be here. So we got to do all that underneath there. I can just make it rounded there, and it doesn't really matter because it'll be covered. I got this, was what? Cinnamon stick we're going to try on this hair. So let's just do all of it in here. This will be sort of pretty, I think. A deeper orangish. Gotta have a red-haired witch. This is pretty. This is red enough for me. Reddish orange. I think the one that does the headbands is called Giddy Up. Have you seen that? Have you ever seen that one? Then you'll know what I'm talking about if you have. I know some of you don't have lasers, but you still watch what these people come out with to see if, you know, if stuff you'd want to make or stuff like that. Do I have enough of that there? Yeah, I think so. Because the shirt comes up. I gotta try that out again because I want to make sure it gets above it where the hat sits. Where's the hat? Right here. It's sort of a goofy shaped rim too on this hat, but yeah, so that'll be good. I just make that'll be good where I got it. A little bit more there. Hi, that's what you're doing too. Yeah, it's a lot more work, obviously, for us to list everything separate. It takes a lot longer, but I've been trying to do it on most things. Now, if it's a set of 2 ornaments, I don't. Because they're usually made to match each other, you know, so then I don't. But if there's like more than 2, then I try to. Sometimes on 3, I don't. I've been trying to, though. I really have. I actually gone and not started it and think, no, I'm not going to. And then I get to the part where I've got to split them up if I'm going to. And I'm, all right, fine, I'll do it. And some people just don't want the whole set. Just like the standing ducks or I've been putting all those separate too now. And then, you know, if you only want 1 or 2, it makes it a little more affordable too if you want other stuff. So... these bangs here down here. I think we'll put some darker shade, a little darker in it, in a couple areas. Oops, I got her face a little bit. And then the Sawdust came out with some new trucks and some new ornaments too that I got purchased already, and I got to get cut yet. I'll get them cut this weekend. She came out with a few new things too. A couple new truck inserts, backs of the trucks. One with snowmen. What was the other one? I can't think of the other one now. One snowman and there's another one. Jeez. I don't know, but there's 2 of them. She's doing real good. She moved into a house today, Kay. Her and her new boyfriend. moved into a house in Chilton. She went out. She's working at KT now. She went out and she bought new furniture today. They went shopping and she got new furniture. She actually bought it, surprisingly. Comes next week, but it's a smaller house. It's right in town in Chilton. But I mean, even rent on smaller houses is outrageous. If you ask me, we could have made a mortgage payment with what they pay in rent. She's paying more in rent than I pay for my mortgage payment. Put it that way. But we've been here a lot longer. But still, it's just crazy. Okay, I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna go. I need a darker. That ain't gonna be dark enough to even see it. I don't think. I don't want it too. Let me see here. It's probably the same color. Burnt sienna. Now let's see what that looks like, I guess. What's this now? It's burnt sienna too. What's this one? This is traditional burnt sienna. Is that darker? Looks like it. I could even go with a different. I wouldn't have to go with darker orange red. I could do something else too, I guess. Give her purple highlights in there? No, I don't think so. It is crazy nuts. It is. I mean, that one where she was living with this girl, it was like $1,300 or $1,400 a month rent for a 3-bedroom apartment. Crazy. I always felt bad when we had the rental house, raising it. I had it up to like $975, and that's about the same size Allie's renting right now, and that's $1,100 a month. But she does, like I said, she's got the boys living with her, so and she hasn't known him all that long. He's a really nice guy, though. He just went through a divorce, and they sold their house. They're selling it. It's sold. They just got to get. She's got to get the stuff out of it. Her stuff yet, some of it, and he's real close to her age, and he's real nice. He had a job up there, a decent job, good paying job. And he just got one down at MB here, actually making more money than he was down there. Just going to go along the lines and see if it shows up here. You guys can't see, can you? I have to move it closer. I'll bring it over this way a little more. Sorry about that. It's not bad, but it's only about 1,000 square feet, too. It's not huge by no means. But you're right, it's not. But it's in town, so there's not much for yard. Right now, he's building I don't know how long he's had this out. It's the same. This guy has a lot of rentals in Chilton. He buys up a lot of the houses that have been either foreclosed or not taken care of, and they're dirt cheap, and then he goes in and fixes them up and rents them out. It don't take him long to get the house paid for that way either. Not at all. Like this house, I think I looked it up, I think it was like $58,000 he paid for it. Well, in 5 years, plus interest, but that rent will have paid the principal of that house. I'll try leaving it like that. We'll see how that looks. I think it'll be okay. That'll be $50,000 in 5 years. At $1,100 a month. It's $12,000 a year. 5 years, yeah, $60,000. Here. So I mean, it's a good investment if you don't mind the upkeep. I'm sure he doesn't even do the upkeep. He just hires somebody to do it. He's got plenty of, he's got lots of them. And he's got other businesses too. It's not just rental. I just did a 1-bedroom with 2 baths. Yeah, yep, I know. And I used to when I would list the house we had for rent, and I thought we were fairly cheap, and it was out in the country, and it had a big yard, and I mean, you had a lot more than you get in a little apartment or something. Oh, the people that would get on there and tell me we're robbing people and da da. It's like, it's really none of your concern. If you don't like it, just move on, or you go buy your own. You shouldn't be looking at them if you have one. If you think that they don't have one, that's what the problem was. They just wanted to give you a hard time because your rent was a lot cheaper than it is now. Now I wonder what they say. But you get, people can help. Some can be. I think I'm going to do a lighter highlight in there, and I'm going to do it in orange. And it's pumpkin orange. Where's my, let me see here. This might work. This is called Warm Sunset by Deco. Shake it up. Yeah, I wouldn't want to rent, I'll tell you that. But there's paint on my shirt. I don't see what this looks like. It almost looks, well, it's now shook up. They're hoping to buy a house in like a year, so we'll see what happens. You know, it'd be the best for them if they did, rather than paying it all in rent. No matter what, renting is never the greatest if you don't have to. It's almost looks watermelon-y, but we'll see. We'll try it. That should be okay. I'm going to get my, yeah, I think this will be okay. I'm going to get a smaller brush. I could highlight it in there, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to just paint it in there. There's a little brush. Yeah, that'll work, I think. What is it here? And I'm just going to go down the middle of these a little bit. You have to blend it a little bit. Hopefully I get enough water. I'll probably have to go back in and blend it some, which is okay. But I want to lighten it up a little bit in there. That doesn't look too hot yet. Let's see. Let me get a different brush here once. A little bit of water on it. Brighten it up some too. And I may have to come back with. Let's see how it looks. That looks alright, I think. Yeah, I think it'll be alright. We'll see. Set my way here. It brightens it up anyway. You know, it was getting too dark actually. So yeah, otherwise she's doing good. I think she's all done with the court stuff with that, and her ankle brace has been off for a while. Hasn't been drinking as far as I know. I don't think she is. She says she's not, so we'll go with that. Hopefully it's the truth, because I don't think it will be a good thing. But she has changed without having all that alcohol in her all the time. You know, she's a different person too, most of the time. All right. It don't look too bad. I just didn't want their hair just to be a solid color and be plain is what I didn't want. Let's see how that looks. Gives it more of a striped, or we'll see what it looks like when it's done here. Is that going to blend there? So hopefully it all goes well. Clean in here. Nope. Yeah, I hope it does too. She's actually, like last weekend, she's off for the weekend where she works at KT. She doesn't work weekends at all. And she worked 22 hours over the weekend at a nursing home where she used to work. Late girl, they needed somebody over the weekend, and she worked. She was pretty tired. My grandson wasn't feeling good yesterday. And his other grandma, he was over there, called me, and she wasn't too happy because neither one of us have any derivative or whatever you want to call it to take him to the doctors if he's sick. And his dad wasn't answering at work where he was, and she, you know, she's on probation to start with. You can't really be you can't use your phone. You don't have, I don't know, you probably carry it on you, but she's not supposed to be on it. No, so we don't call her, of course. And I won't call her when she's working anyway. He wasn't feeling good, and she wanted, you know, I didn't know how bad it really was. I figured it was just like maybe constipated or something. And his left side was hurting, so they took him into the hospital. 7 hours there yesterday. But I have always told her, don't go to Chilton. Just don't go to Children's Hospital. You could go anywhere but there. It's just, and again, it was proven again. Shouldn't have went there. 7 hours there yesterday. I mean, it took forever for just results for like CT scans and stuff. They thought it was his appendix, so then in the end, they were trying to get a hold of the doctor over in, that'll do, I guess. We'll leave that like that for that one. Over at DecoArt for children's or whatever, and have them look at the CT scan because they really weren't sure, I guess. But then why are you doing this? You know, that's my question. And then they scheduled him an appointment. They put him on morphine when he first got there. You know, and he's what? He's going to be 13, I think, now. And he was better. Then, you know, it took the pain away. He was in a lot of pain, I guess. But then she had to take him this morning over to Appleton to the Theta Clark or whatever and see the doctors, and they had her scheduled at 9. Well, they really didn't even make her an appointment. I mean, they didn't have one set up for her, put it that way. But they did get her in a bit later, and she's seen the doctor, and he said he was looking pretty good today. He wasn't too worried about him, just let it, I don't know. It's just weird. That stupid hospital here in Chilton gets me. Now this one I am going to do blonde. I'm going to do a blonde girl. I'm probably going to bring some of this like deep ochre in it, or that honey, what's the other one? Marigold into it, probably marigold. Into the yellow just to maybe tame it, but I'm trying to decide what I want to use for a blonde. I had this out. I think we'll try it. It's going to be pretty blonde though. I think we'll try it. That one looks like a guy to me, but we'll see how the other one. I had to put it on the camera to see if I like it or not. I may have to do some shading on it. So some highlighting. Maybe that'll help too. Does it come in the camera? We'll see. These out of the way. Get it in here so I can see it. Alright, so let's get this one done blonde. That might be okay for a blonde, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure about that one. It sort of looks like a beard. We'll see. We'll see as it gets done, though. Maybe it'll change, and I'll do some shading, floating on it. I think it blend them in better. We need water. I think a spread. Those are actually ears. I think I gotta paint those separate. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, those are her ears. Those should be peach. Yeah, I never go to there, Kate. I never do. Never ever. I always tell my kids not to, but they get lazy. Even for themselves, or not my kids. Allie is the only one. Gets lazy and doesn't want to run all the way like into Two Rivers. I always go to Two Rivers to Aurora. And they don't want to run. It's only like half an hour. It's not that bad. I told her yesterday again. I said, I've told you about going there. Crazy. I wouldn't go there. I don't go there. Not even for an emergency have I gone there, where it's just a quick little, I go to the other one. I said, they could have told you a lot more if you would have went to Aurora. I heard they don't even have the doctors there hardly anymore. Because they were talking at first, if it was his appendix, they were going to have him, they would take him to like Theta Clark or something. I said, well, appendix is a pretty easy, I had my appendix out about 4 years ago. And it's a pretty easy surgery. They just put a couple holes, little small incisions, and they go in and remove it through these little holes. It's not like it's a major surgery like getting your leg cut off, for a knee or something. That's a lot more major, and that would take a lot, you'd be up, and for a kid, he should be up bouncing around probably the next day after it, I'm sure. Because I know it wasn't that bad when I had mine. We've been through a lot worse. Alright. This one isn't quite as easy because you'd have you can't just paint sloppily and then cover up your messy stuff. Which is okay. You easily could though. I mean, it's just the designer. I mean, you could have easily had this piece over the top. This hair could have, if it was like some of the other ones, this hair would have been separate from the face. I mean, I could actually cut it that way and tab it, but I tend not to unless the designer does. But until I paint it, I really don't even think about it, to tell you the truth. You don't even really look at that. Okay. I don't know, I don't want to put the stripes in this one like I did the other one, that's for sure. I need some water. I think I got a new cord on that laptop, that iPad over there, so We shouldn't have that issue anymore. It looks like everything's charging here. Alright, so let me get some yellow for the, or the peach for the ear here. Those done. This one don't have ears. This guy, this girl, she's all hair. I'm going to do something with her pretty quick here. I'm going to let that dry just a second before we go back and put some more on there. I think I'll do the big one, the middle one, or the mom or the big witch in gray. Like a grayish. I'll do gray. Yeah. A light gray. Like slate gray. Or I could do gray sky, I think. It's a little more bluish gray, I think. Let's try it. That ain't even shake. Everything needs shaking around here. I'm brushing these on. I wonder how my finger dabber. I could probably... A sponge might work too. Go up around the edge. I'm going to try it to see how it goes. I'm going to use the small end, I guess. I got that little tool too I forget about that has little sponge on the end. Let's see. It's a little hard to see what you're doing there. Where's that little tool? Should have been right over here. Here's one of them. I don't know if it's going to be any easier. Just grabbing this one. I don't see the other one. The other one's sitting here somewhere. I just don't see it. Comes with, if you didn't see this, comes with little sponges like that. It's a pen like this. It just opens up. And you just grab that little sponge with it. I'm going to go right on the top. Oops, go around it like that. And then we'll try it. See how it works here. I haven't used it much. I haven't used it really at all. But it actually might work okay on this. It wants to, well, I probably have to go up and down. Yeah. Might work okay by lines here. Not too bad. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. And then in here, you just go heavier, I guess. A little easier to hold than the sponge, or probably a little cleaner than the sponge. I'll let that dry. And a little inside there. I was telling Debbie when she first got on here, when we first started, that I sent you a whole bunch of kits. You must have got them all by now. I don't know, like 40 of them. Oh, I got yellow. Shoot. She's got yellowish blonde hair. I'll get it covered up, I think. We'll see. And, I better wipe it. And, I got my boxes full down there again. Full. I had a mess because I took I told you I cut kits by mistake. I cut the wrong one, or my SKUs are messed up or whatever from time to time, and that happens enough. I'm starting to number them all so I can get them all filed, so I can make a list of what I actually have so I don't cut them again if I don't need to. Alright, let's go on this edge. I just ordered a couple stencils too from Echo Paper. They have like a clearance sale going on some of them. They're only like $2 if you go check it out. $2 for a stencil. And even though I can make my own. They had some dot ones, which is what I had been sort of looking for too. I have a couple different size dots too. I don't know how long they'll have them. They might just be clearing some off is what it looks like. for $2. I thought, oh, shoot, I'm going to buy some. Doesn't do too bad by the edges like that. Looks pretty good. Actually, oops, get off of there. I have a piece of hair there again. Come on, there we go. All right. No, I haven't even gotten any of those, Debbie. Lisa, I haven't got to any of those. I was sort of asking to see if you like the same ones I liked. Some of them I liked. Some of them are the ones I picked out, but some of them weren't. I don't know if I'll get them. I probably won't get them all. I've been adding so much the way it is. But I do buy stuff from her site. She does have cute stuff. I just wanted to see what all of it, what you all liked on there. I'm going to get a different little sponge here. Leave this one here. Leave my gray one here. Oops, come off of there. And get another one. It comes with a whole bunch of sponges. I'll get a whole box full of them. And I'm going to grab another one. And, oops, let me just stuck together here. And do the blonde one this way. Because it seems pretty easy that way. There. You get 2 of these little holders with it, these little pens for it. And it wasn't cheap. It wasn't expensive at all. It was cheap. It was under $10 for 2 of them. I'll make sure I don't have too much paint there. So I may end up liking it here yet. I shouldn't have got the whole thing so I could keep my edges, go by the edges a little easier. Should have stayed on one side of it. Okay, let's see here. There, I'm going to go on the top. Then I can get in the middle. I'm going to do the other side better. Okay, sure. Yeah, I can let you know when I haven't got to it because I've been busy with the other stuff. Getting the other stuff cut and getting orders out. I have like 90 orders right now already. Alright, so, and then we got to get her hair in the back here. I forgot about that. The big one we don't, just these little ones. I'll sit that there. I'm going to sit down and get this one. This one, I could probably use my other one because I don't have to, the big sponge, I don't have to be so neat here. Because it all gets covered. And I should put, it actually seemed like I got the lines I can still see through there, so it depends if you want to see her lines or not, but actually I don't have to get behind her at all. It's just this hair coming down. I don't need to do all that. Make sure I get up high enough though. It looks like that it should cover wherever those lines end, but we'll see. Here. Let that go there once. Don't look too bad. I don't know if I want to do anything with that or not. I'm gonna get a little bit of marigold. That's what I'm gonna do and see if I like it or not. I don't want to do it different than the other girls, so I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do just some like shading with it. Make it a little darker where it would meet, and I don't like this brush. I gotta get a different one. It's too fluffy. I think it's not real tight at all. Here, let's try this one. I think I'll go around the face too. Later. Yeah, I'm going to leave her like that. That looks good to me. I'm going to get a little more yellow on this bottom part. Yeah, when I get to it, Lisa, I'll send you a message. It'll be maybe a bit yet. Next week, we have our live in the private group. I haven't been in there at all, actually. I haven't seen no notifications, but I don't get to look. I don't see. I probably missed them if there was any. If anybody's posted, I should get in there. I get some purple or something on here, but that's okay. It's out of the way. Whatever I did there. It won't be showing. And I'm going to shade around the edges here too. Let's go around here. And up the side. I like the blonde one quite a bit. We're going to fix that other one right away too. Next, we're going to do some shading in it. Lightening it up, I think. And what I probably should do is around the face here. Let me see what shows here. This sits way up here. Does it? No, it don't. Yeah, her shirt will go up that high, I think. Let me see her shirt. I think that's what happens there. Oops, it's stuck. And we got a late start tonight, so we're going to be later anyway. Yeah, I'm going to go right up the side here of her dress. Right through here. Over here. Okay. Should be rip right in there, I think. I'm getting my skirt here. A little bit, I could clean it up. Okay. And we'll go up here too. Here, we'll leave it like that. I gotta clean up my sides there real quick before it dries. On there. On her face. And my dress here. We're gonna get back to these dresses real quick here. I don't think they're gonna be too bad to do. Whoops. Where did I get on there? Paint. Okay, so that's good. We're gonna lighten it. We're gonna put something in here yet. I don't like this one's hair too much. It's what I want, but it's not what I want. So let me get some blending brush. And what do I want to blend with? I might try this. I think I'm going to try this yellow orange we had. Because I do want orange hair. And I'm going to get a lot of this paint off of here. Paper toweling. Okay. Just rub it off. A lot of it. I do want to leave some in here though. I'm going to go over it all so that those stripes are not quite so dramatic, I guess is the word, I guess. Let's see. I guess it's a little better maybe. This one I'll show under there either, so it's going to be, let's just put her to the side. Maybe it should just be the oddball one. A little different look to her. Let's just put her to the side and leave her. I won't look at her again. Well, we're going to do their cheeks real quick, actually, before we move on. You could put some more black in their eyes if you wanted, stuff like that, but I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to leave them like they are. I'm going to put their cheeks way out too. This brush is making a mess. Hers is a little goofy there. See if I can get a little bit of that off there. Came in a little further. Okay. Let me get it dry. I don't want to take the whole thing off if I don't have to. I'm going to leave it like that, I think. I think it'll be okay. And then this one, just get here. Oh, is my computer ever way behind? Well, that one, the one is really behind the other one. Go here. And over here, I guess. wider than I wanted. I'll take some off, I think. Just gonna make it come in a little bit. Make it so it don't look so cut off too. Because it does look cut off there. I'm taking this one off. There. Where's Mama? I call her the Mama one. The Mama Witch. They got such a wide looking face, so show her cheek there. Do I need more stuff? I think I need to drop more. There we go. Okay, I think she'll be okay. This one. Alright, we're gonna leave it like that. Okay, so we got that done. Put that brush over here in case I want to go back. This one's got really dark ones compared to the other ones, but that's a, I don't know if it's okay. Hold on, I'm gonna lighten them up, see if I can just soften these guys. Take a little bit off the top, maybe. We'll see if it works. It ain't gonna work. I don't think. No, it's not. I'm gonna take them off. These got really pink compared to the other two. So we'll do those over here. I'm gonna try it. It was really dark red anyway. Get some more. A little bit more. I'm gonna leave it. I think that'll work. Okay, now let's move on from the faces. We're gonna put those to the side. We'll go up here. Let's get we do have to do the top of that one's head because that's top of her head, part of her hat. Let's do this here. This is let's do this dress. We're gonna sand this off first. I'm gonna use that 220 again. Where it's hanging like over my circles here, I should be able to sand that off. Yep, I'll show you in a minute. And then I'll show you the bottom here real quick. You can see how different sizes those look on the bottom. Is that up close? Pretty close there. You can see. You can see the ones I did, how they're circles, where the other ones look like oblong. That's the paint that I got outside of it. But the sanding takes it off. Really easy. And then your paint still stays inside those holes. And I'm going to just take my rag and wipe it here in a second. I'll show you. That one's got a little bit of paint there yet. I got to get off right here. There. I got pretty much all of it off. Now you can see how much more circular they are. So that it worked pretty good. We're going to do this one. You're really going to notice it because these were stars and they don't look like stars anymore. But this stuff is so easy to sand. Doesn't take a lot. Doesn't take a lot of strength or anything. I mean, I've got an orbital sander that I used to use all the time, but you won't need it for this. This is so easy. You see them there. And I'm just using 240 grit paper too, which is nothing. That's soft. It's not a strong sandpaper at all. This stuff sands wonderfully, if you ask me. It's super easy. If you're ever going to sand on it. These two. That one's good. And this one. Alright, let me get that off of there. See how they look and wipe them down. Got a little bit on the top one here yet. Get my some of the dust out of the star that got in the star now. I tried to fill them pretty full so that you wouldn't get that dust in there, but I still got in a couple, so they could have been a little fuller yet. Oh, get out there. This top one here is, I have two of them I see. I have a little bit here. This one. And you probably wouldn't have to get it all because it's going to get painted. But you actually don't want it. It probably would be better not to fill them tight full because you want it. You actually would want them down inside there. I may have a problem with that. You actually would want it down inside farther so it doesn't get paint in there. These I can see are down farther. But we're going to try it with the sponge first and see if it goes in on me or not. We're going to do this one. We'll do this bigger one first here. Let me get the lilac. I'm going to get another Play-Doh too. For this, let's see how this works here. But we put the dark purple inside there, if you were here and remember. Alright, let's try this. There we go. That'll be pretty. And I get a little bit in there, I see. But if I'm careful, I can always go back with that little finger, that little circular one. I'm pressing harder than I should. That's half the problem. Or I could use that little sponge I've got here, that little one on the stick, to go around them closer too. But if you remember, I filled them full, which I probably wouldn't have wanted to. But like that one still shows. I could just get a little purple on the one side. But then you can put a color in them, which is what I was thinking. That would be neat. That's the reason I wanted to do it. Instead of just having them black. I'm going to go over it real gently. See, yeah, I can go over that. That one isn't full at all. So that one is fuller right here. You can see I got that, just covered it. I could use, let me get a little bit of water there. Let me wipe. See if I can get that off a little bit. That. And I'll probably go back and put a little purple in those. See around the outside if I can. There. I mean, even anything that's scored, even wording, you can do this. You could fill it with some color and then go back and sand it. If you got it on the outside, you wouldn't have to sand if you don't get it on the outside. If you're real careful. I have some in that one too. I go pretty quick, so I tend to get it. I tend to be the messier painter. Where I gotta go back and touch up. Or if I would stay away from these dots, I probably would be okay. I could try a finger dauber too. Sometimes that works. I don't always cut these flat on the bottom either, so that may be some of my problem too. Because when I cut them, they're not, I just cut them quickly. I think that you could do a finger dauber around here pretty good too. Let's see how it works. Yep. There, got a little bit. But if I took more time, and I could probably not put it in there. I'm gonna get everything but the circles right now. Get the rest of it done. Go over where I already did here. I know that one I gotta really redo. That one was really full. But I was thinking, yeah, I'll just put more paint in them and fill them. But I wasn't thinking, yeah, that makes it harder when you go to do your next color. So. Okay. All right, let's get around these guys. Yeah, nobody's having a problem. I've talked to some of the people who had orders, and I like I said, I switched them all over to the door hangers, all over to MDF. Nobody's got a problem with it at all. They sort of like it, some of them. I talked to one on the phone last night for like an hour. She orders quite a few door hangers from me, and she's like, she's liking it, but they'll be lighter, and she likes how it paints so smooth. So that's sort of what I was thinking too. Just, you know, and no wood is supposed to be outside, so no matter what, you shouldn't be getting any of it wet. There. Okay. And for it being lighter, I think that'd be better to hang. And if the wind's blowing it around on your door, it's in the elements. You know. But I think they're going to hold up pretty good. I'll put more paint in these. We're going to do it right now. I think we're going to dry that real quick and see if it's good or not before I do the dots. Yeah, I am too. I'm always messy too, okay? I've got it all over me. I usually do. I'm not, it's how I open my paints. It splatters on me all the time, and it's just me. Not a clean painter. But that's okay. I get around them a little bit better there. A little bit more there. I might even sand this a little bit yet. I'm not sure. I'm tempted to sand it just a little bit because I've got a. There we go. That'll be better. My paint's filling it in, actually. There. But you could actually sand this like with a 600 grit sandpaper, and it would make it really smooth. I could actually do it. I'll do it because I've got it here. We'll dry it. We'll let this dry is what I'm going to do. And then then I'll sand it, and then I'll come back and we'll sand it with this 600 just to take any little nips. So we'll do this one first, and before we'll let it dry real good. This one I think I'm going to paint white, and I'm not usually white, but I think I am, just because I think it'll look good with the dark purple in there. So I'm going to use my Snow White. If it's not messy, it's not, something's not working here right. I'm doing something wrong when I'm painting. I mean, I'll even roll some of the stuff in my laser once in a while when I'm down there trying to paint before if I'm painting it before. Now these I'm going to have trouble with. I already know it. I have to be really careful because they're going to, I filled these guys really full to get it all the way around. So we'll see. Or if I do get over them, I could sand it with that 600 and bring it down a little bit, and then it would just make it more buff looking, or whatever you want to see it. So it's sort of more, it's just not a real bright purple in it, is what it could do, which may be what happens. We'll see how I do. We'll see how it goes here. I don't know if that other little sponge would work better or not. But I've really got to get up over them to get into between the stars. So I'm going to have to go over them. But I'm going to get the rest of it first. And I'll go back and get the stars in the end. So I don't have to be upset too long. And then I'll sand it after that. What was I saying? I forget now. Oh, it could be messy, I think, with painting. Yes. I think that's what I was talking about. But yeah. Oh, I was saying is that when I'm downstairs and if I pre-paint something before, I haven't pre-painted much lately at all before I come up to paint, because I just haven't done it. I haven't had time, where the pieces are too small. It isn't really worth doing. I'll take and roll on inside my laser, because I'll have boards on top of my table down there. And it'll be full of boards that I'm painting certain colors. And I'll need more room to dry or whatever. So I put them in the laser to dry, but then I ended up needing another coat of paint on. So I'll roll it in the laser. So on my gantry, I got some paint I was taking off the other day. I'm like, even in here, it doesn't hurt anything, but it's like, it's like, oh my gosh, that's just me. That's how it's going to be. So I'm thinking on these stars, so I'm going to get white on them no matter what. That I'm just going to go back and I'm going to sand it. And I'm going to sand that white off just enough with that probably 600, maybe 400 grit paper. So that you can see that there's color there in those stars. So they pop back through. We'll see how it looks, where it may be easier just to leave them the way they were and not paint them. The circles definitely are easy enough to do. But these might be a little trickier. These were pretty hard to put paint in there. I could have used like one of those my metal picks maybe to put some paint in there, but I still don't think you would have got it all in that star. And it's not like I can make the engraving a lot more deeper because your wood's only an 1/8 inch thick to start with. Alright, I'm going to put some more white on around there. Yep. I can see I'm going to want more white yet, so let's get that done. I'm going to start coming in on those stars. I might as well just go over them lightly so I can keep my paint even. Or I'm going to have circles around like I do now. I'm going to just do it. We're going to just cover them because we're going to have to get the paint in there. I'm not going to dab each one 50 times to get the paint built up. We're going to sand it off. This one's actually got a hole there in the middle, didn't fill. This one's actually got a little hole there too. They all do. So some of it is still down lower, but some is higher. So I'm going to just cover them. We're going to try it. Worst comes to worst, we don't have no stars, but I think we will. Like that there, this one here where you can really see it there, that's where the star itself, I mean, was hollow. So I didn't get that nearly full. No, but like that one is full. This one's pretty full here. This is just a little bitty dot. But it's not going in that dot area, which is good. Hey, my class reunion is next month in September. 40 years. Crazy. Crazy. I may go. It would be the first one I made it to. I might. I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it. And I just want to make sure my white's good, and because I'm going to sand it, it's going to come off a little bit. The white too. I'm going to be careful. Try. See how it goes. I want it fairly smooth up here because I don't want to have to go back with white paint either. It's getting it. There was a few rougher areas that probably from either sanding or I'm getting covered now, so it looks better. Let me see it. We're going to let that dry. I'm going to dry it actually. Let's dry it and see what it looks like so we can move on. We'll get in there though. Well, we still got enough. Yeah, most of it's black though, besides for orange pumpkin and the cat, which I'm just going to leave though. I'm just going to highlight on those. So those should be pretty quick. Hi, Holly. I was late to getting on, so we had a late dinner and that, so it was after 7 before I got on too. But welcome. We're sort of experimenting with this tonight. I don't know how it's going to work. We're going to finish the purple dress first, then we'll go to this white one. They were engraved. This one had stars, that one had circles. And I filled them with purple paint is what I did. I shouldn't have filled them so full because then when you go over with the sponge, it hits it. So that was a learning. Common sense tells you that, but you don't always think of it when you're doing it. I'm going to get a little bit more of the dark purple out now. We'll fix up the blue-purple dress. That one done. Let's see here. And then we'll do the white one. See how it comes out. So I'm just going to put some more in there very carefully. I'm not going to talk. Until I get this done. Some of them, like that one, looks fine, but I would just make sure. And they're not all the same size, as you can see. That one's actually oddball sort of shaped. So this part is easy. That one is just a little one. It's just gonna go right there. There. So we're gonna leave it like that. So now they're just filled in engraving there, marks. But it's different. You could add polka dots just as easy, but seeing they're engraved, and it was something to do, I guess. Now let me get some sandpaper, the right stuff that I want to use on that. Let's see if we can destroy it. I hope not. I've showed you guys this before, but I've got this little hand sander these guys seem to use. And I bought sandpaper like this on Amazon. I think I might have 600 on here, don't I? No, I got 400 and some. And you get 80 watt, 150, 240, 320. There's 400 under there too. And 600. Which is sort of nice. And because if you go and buy the refills for this, and they've got the material on the back, so they stick is what you got to have. It can't be flat. It's got to have that sticky stuff. If you go buy it, I think I bought these like at Menards or something. And if you go buy these little tabs from the store, they get pretty expensive all the time. And you go through enough of them. I just lay them on there and then I cut it off. Sometimes I don't even lay them on here. I just cut a piece off. And and then I just put it on there and it's ready to go. And it's sort of nice because otherwise I was always out of that. Oops, my little handle came off of it. So it works pretty good. All right, and I'm sure I bought that sanding paper on Amazon, but I'm sure you can find it on somewhere. I'm not sure if it's in my store or not. Let's see. I'm gonna maybe try to go see over the star. See what I can do here. Probably would help if I wouldn't put it on so thick, but I wanted to get it all at the same level. That's not really working there. Well, problem is the paint's going to be going into my... I'm going to get a little stronger. I think that's going to be too thin. I'm going to actually go to my 200, 240 once and try it. That's not enough at all. I'll take that off. I might as well. I'm going to try 150. Let me believe. I don't want to do this all night. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking it would come right off, but no. Now it's a little short on there, so I'm going to just use this end. Start off a little lighter here. And then I'm getting it down to the paint there. Let me see what I'm doing. It may not work too hot. Yeah, that one I got down to the paint. I'm going to try up here. Told you, it may flail on me. And it's taking my circle off where the paint was. That's not working, you guys. Not at all. So, she's going to have a white dress. We're going to paint that all white, and we're going to move on. What else do we do? That did not work like I wanted it to. So, we're going to fill these holes in, and we will do something else on it. I'm going to look at those other stencils I just bought and see if there's something simple. Instead of doing it, I don't want to do her polka dots too. But I want to fill these holes in, that's for sure. Yours will have the engraving of the star. Let me get this full. Should put putty on it, but I'm not going to putty and sand this little piece down. No way. Oops. Let me see. It'll be all right. Right? It'll be all right. It'll be just fine. Let me look at these little stencils I just got the other day that we looked at last week. I forget what's all in there already. Come here. Yeah, that didn't work. I was hoping it would, but nope. I think if I would have had less paint on top of them, it would have helped, but I put it on pretty heavy. Probably if I would have took my time and daubed it, maybe. So, but it depends how much time you want to spend it on, I guess. Too bad I didn't have a little fat pattern. I don't know if I do. It's not in here, I don't think. I don't think are any holidays at all, or anything like that. I might just do it with these little flowers right here. These might work right over my stars. sort of what I'm thinking. Let me see what else. If there's anything else. Oh, that's nope. I could have made it all kinds of different colors, but those are nope. I don't want those either. I'm not for sure. We're gonna go with those. Those should be fine. Yeah, we're gonna go with those. All right. Those shall work good. I don't think. No, I don't have no bats. Let me just dry that real quick. Now, I'm going to take a stencil brush to do this, I think. Of these. Okay. We're just going to put that on there. Get straight here so we keep the pattern sort of straight. And we're going to have to probably slide it up in the, well, let's get it right up there. No, it should work right there. Let's move it here so I get more up there, right there. I think should be right there, should be probably good. And I think I shall do that in this dark purple that we got out here too. So let's get some of that. I'm just going to go over it lightly. I would think it'd be pretty cute. That's a quicker way of painting something, I'll tell you that. Then the other way, I'm going to make them a little darker, I think. Just a little bit on some of them. They look a little lighter here. Give them a little more. Oh, that looks pretty good. We'll go with that. Oh, the big thing. I'm always, okay, these are, I'll show you what I do with them. I'll show you. You should probably figure. There, that looks pretty good. All I do is this. And you know, when we used that one on Friday night, it was way after we were done with our live, but it dried on there. I take one of these Clorox wipes, guys. They're miracles. And I just, and even if it's dry on there already. But even when I had to do a Friday night on that one, it came right off. You just get it wet with it, and then you wipe it off. This is what it takes. If you don't buy Clorox wipes, that's what you got to buy. Because they are outstanding, I think. It's clean as a whistle. That's what I use on mine. It's just a wipe. Take it right off. All right, let's get this baby moving. I know we got a lot of black coming up. I think that's what we got left is pretty much black. So let's do that. I'm going to get another plate here. We're going to get our black out. Pretty sure that's all we got pretty much left is black, I think. Find out. All right, I have a bunch of plates. Let me find some black here. We'll go with this. I just got some Anita's black here. For me to wash stencils, I'd have to take them back downstairs, and I tend not to want to, so I don't know. I don't need that much black, but I don't usually want to, so I just wipe them with a wipe, and it works just perfect. All right, so we got to get her feet here on this girl. I see for sure. Get her feet on and painted here. And the dress is going to go over them so I can be sloppy here. And just get it painted. I'm going to paint I am going to paint down to the bottom here just because. If I got to sand it off, I'll have to sand it off. But hopefully not. Just lightly. And I'll do the other one's feet too. Right here. Still looks like a beard to me, her hair. So we'll see what it looks like. We'll see. It's probably just the color. It's making me think of a beard. But I actually was thinking this one was a girl, one was a guy, but they're both girls. Girl witches. Can't see a boy witch really do. I don't think there is a boy witch, is there? Now, her hat, the beard, I think I'm going to make it, I'm going to make her hat purple. That's what I'm going to do. Because hers is more of a, I don't know if it's really a witch hat or not. No, this one isn't really a witch hat with the bent. Do I have the right ones here? Which one has ears? The blonde one has ears. This is this one. So this one here, I wasn't going to do. I was going to make colored like the lady did with the pattern. Because it's more of a beanie looking hat, if you ask me, with this. And that's the band that goes on it. There's not another piece. So I might make hers to match her dress. Maybe I'll make it the other purple. I got something on her ear there. But this one will do black, I think. I could have done hers. Maybe I'll do hers colored too. Let's do that lavender purple on her hat. Maybe we'll do, where's the band? She's got this band here. Maybe we'll do the band dark purple on the top, light purple. Or, nah, let's just do it all purple. Let's do it all dark purple. Because the other one's got the light purple on the dress. So let's do it dark purple, which is what I used on her dress. I'll talk myself into it. We'll see how it looks. The designer, as you've seen on my Etsy store, has it. I'm going to change it. I'll change the picture coming up too. But the designer did it in orange. So you can see what it looks like in orange jewelry on there. So we're going to do up here. We'll do this up in dark purple. Just use our finger dabbers. I just got to get up to the bands here, really. I want to put them together and see what they look like. There we go. I'll let it dry a little bit. Let's put this, let's do the bands here. Whoops. Oh, well, if I had seen candy, that's probably what I would have done too. But seeing I don't, up here, I just wipe them down. It's just as easy. And I can, like I said, those floor wipes, that stuff can be dried on there and it comes off. It don't matter. I love those wipes. They're not always the cheapest. I know Sam's Club's had them on sale right now. I just bought 2 more containers. You have four of them in a pack, 4 rolls of them. My paint, I didn't mix this purple very good. As you can see, it's thin. You get 4 of those rounds of it. For like, right now they're on sale for like $14, I think. But I bought some generic ones and they're not very good. I'm going to shake my paint up. I think I would learn that, but I just couldn't grab it. I never think of it. And with being upstairs, if I can keep it clean up here, I do. It's one less thing I gotta carry up and down. Especially as I get older. I'll put a little over here and see if it's much thicker. Yeah, it seems a little bit thicker. It usually helps. Let's do this again. Hard to believe it's already August, hey? Next month, September. Before we know it, it'll be Christmas. So come on. It was just spring. There, that's more like it. This one, I redid the truck tailgate on my truck with the bat. I couldn't take that pattern we had on there that I made on there with that stencil. It was just too much. I did all the detailing work on it, as you can see in the pictures I had posted, but it's just too much. I figured it'd look so much better without it, so that's what I did. I'll show you guys that later on. I'm going to put some more black on these boots real quick. When we get done here, I can show it to you, but it's not done now because I just cut it out before I came live too earlier today. And I just got it together, but it still needs some lines and stuff. And it isn't sealed, which will add so much color to it. Alright, there's that one. It's her whole dress we got to do black here, so let's get that going. Oh, and we got to do the stars too. Yep, I still got all the little stuff. See, these are big enough kits, to tell you the truth. These are a little more expensive, but that's why. There is a lot more to paint on here. And all I got to do the bottom half of her, so I'm just going to, if I had a ruler handy, I would do it. I may get it. It might be quicker. I just got to do this tip of her hat and that other brim. Let's see. But there is a lot more wood on these guys. They're big. They're not like little 6-inch little pieces for interchangeable insert. These are over 12 inches, I'd say. The window itself is like 16, and these are as big as the window down here. I'm gonna get my roller. It's probably right here. Let me see. Let me grab a black one. I'm sure I have one on the top here. Yep, right there. I'm gonna grab it. It'll be so much easier and less dabbing, or I'm never gonna get this done tonight. Let's find a hole here. Where is it? This in there. These are a little more. They're not all that bad in price. I tried to keep them reasonable. They're no more than like the bench inserts. I think they're comparable. So much easier with a roller. And then that's where her face goes, and this will be on there. So we got to do this little piece here. Let me move this out of the way. Let's get this white dress up there. And we got some other stuff. We got to do black too. So we'll just do it right here. This goes around your hat. Let's see if we can get it. I don't care about black on the sides on this stuff, because black just sort of goes and blends. There we go. There. And we got a cat here. Get that one. I'm going to do the top of her hat too. Let's do that right away. Whew, that makes it a lot quicker. Whoops. A lot quicker. I'm going to just get it over here. Just going to roll the top of her hat. Let's see what else we got here. If I was painting for shows and I had to do a lot of base painting, I would definitely be rolling. Oh, and we've got a pot here we got to paint. Right here. Paint this too. Black. You guys can see there, I think so. There we go. Bottom of that better. Let's see if this stuff is covering good. Yeah, it looks pretty good, actually. Let's go like that. I'm going to fix these two. That piece. And we got a bat here. Look at him too. His eyes, I may put yellow in his eyes, to tell you the truth. That's sort of what I was thinking. Let me see what else I got. Pumpkin, broom. Those little dots that are going to go on her hat. Those are sort of weird dots. Let's make those dots white. And what dots? Who's got that hat? That hat goes on which one? The one with the stars. No, the one with the, yeah, with the stars. So her dress is white. So we'll make those dots white and purple, some of them. Okay, so that'll be that. All right, I think I'm done with this black one. Let me get rid of it. I think it's good. Is this guy good? She's good. Okay. Yeah, she should be good. We'll go like that. All right, let's get rid of this. We got an orange pumpkin and then the broom. To do too. The broom should be, and that stuff will be. Do some of the stars right now too. Yeah, I got it. Let me see here. Let me see. Once I'm looking for something. Okay. too long. Let's go this way. You use sponges a lot, Kate? Or rollers? I need to do those little stars now. Let's see. Let's get this black out of here. So it's going to be this purple. So she's got these 6 little dots here. Let's going to move this up, I guess. My sticky tape is here. Let's get the hands off of there. We'll put our dots and stars on here that we need. All right. Go right here. And, whoops. See there. I think I'll see. Oops, back, wrong side. This side. I got my hands full of paint. Here. Alright, there should be, oh, there's 5. 3 and 2. Yep. There. We got these 3 stars here. And a bigger one. And this little piece of wood there, I'm going to paint that, not purple or white, purple or, let's see. Here's my lilac soft one. I'm going to use that. Let me see if this paint should be good. Okay, that's okay yet. Let's do some of these. I'm going to do all these this color. See down there? Oops, wrong side. You guys see here? Oh yeah, okay. 2 of these. Okay. Oops, I got a little bit more over here. These guys are probably only going to need 1 coat, I think. Right there. They're covered. And a little purple on the other 2. 3. Okay. I'm going to just dry them real quick. I'm going to get dark purple. You use both rollers too. Yeah, rollers, I know. So much faster. For base coating. I love doing the detail work, but that base coating, that takes so long that I'd rather roll it too and get it over with. So much quicker. I mean, look how fast that black went. I mean, if I painted that out with the brush, it would have taken forever. I got to get a little bit right there, which I can with the dauber here. There we go. And while I'm thinking of it, and he's sitting here drying, I'm going to get a little yellow. Where's that yellow we had? Right here. And I'm just going to stick my paint, my dauber, and my thing in here. If I can, that ain't going to work. Let me get that out of there. Got enough paint on the top all the time. Let me take it, open it up. Let's see. I'm just going to fill my eyes in here. If I can. That might be a little big on there. Actually, let me see. If I got a smaller one yet. Or a small brush will work too. I get a backache. I've had a horrible backache this week, though. It wasn't nice a couple of days. Actually, it was pretty funny the one day, because I'll tell you in a minute. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. I'm going to use one of those little brushes. That'll work. Tuesday, it was. When I had the bad back pain from that pinched nerve I had in my back, I got the injections. They gave me gabentin to take for pain, and it says on the bottle, take before going to bed, you know. Take 1 to 2 tablets before you go to bed. Well, Monday I put up with it. I didn't have no aspirin here. No aspirin at all. And I was working. I didn't want to go get any. So I got aspirin getting delivered tomorrow, actually, from Sam's Club. And I didn't want to go get it, so I didn't. And all of a sudden it dawned on me I had that gabentin in there. It was in the afternoon. So I took 2. Well, Allie came over about 4 o'clock. And she came in the house, and she was talking to me. And I looked at her. I said, try to ignore me. I said, because I'm quite loopy right now. I am totally messed up. Whoops, and it did. It messed me up big time. I gotta get over it. I can't see what I'm doing here. Hopefully my head's not in there. But oh my gosh. No wonder you take it at night. But it did take care of my pain. I can say that. I'm going to end it with this on the outside too. I can't see very good to get in there. Makes it really hard. It's really hard to see. So I'm just going to do this and then I'll wipe it off. Just going to get my yellow in there. It's too hard. Some days my eyes are fairly good and some days they're fairly bad. So we'll do that. There we go. There's a bunch of yellow. There, I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm just going to fix it a little bit. See what I can do to fix it. I should be able to. There. Put that back. And... But yeah, when I'm telling her that I'm loopy, I was really loopy. Because like I said, I am like really messed up. And I was trying to work. It wasn't going too good. Then you get tired on it. Then I was falling asleep. I had too much paint on that one side there. When I dabbed it here. I had to quit working. Like it has stinks there. So his eyes are yellow. He should really stick out. I think they're pretty good. I'm going to leave him like that. We got the broom and the pumpkin and the little piece on the... I'm going to move this stuff up because I'm going to be off this table and you guys aren't going to be able to see here pretty quick. We got the broom and the handle and orange pumpkin up there. I'm going to clean my hands here. So I'll get some brown for the handle on the broom. And I think I'll probably use that marigold on the broom here. It's usually pretty good on. I think a good color. Yeah. Where's that other paper plate I have a paint on? Let me grab it. I think it's still here. Did I throw it away? I threw it in the garbage, but it's still good. I just put a new garbage can in here, as a matter of fact. And I thrown away 3 plates. That was not smart. Alright, here it is. So I'm going to use my cinnamon. I'm going to use this paint that's out here. It ain't going to bother me to do that. Might as well use it. This is that cinnamon stick, I think. That'll work on my broom handle just perfect. Can you guys see here? Not really. I think you can now. Alright, let's just get this done real quick. We're almost there. I knew this one would take a little longer. I had thought about base coating it, but you know, you look at it, you think, that's not so bad. I'm going to do this in this color too. Let's get it here somewhere where it's smooth it. Smooth some of this. You think, that won't be so bad. But then that base coating takes a long time. There, that'll work. That should work on the handle. Okay. And then we'll just do the blonde. I'm going to get some different blondes here because that one's got orange in it or something. I'll probably mix a little of that brown in there too. Or I might even just do it with the dauber. We'll see how it works. Let's do this first. Here. Because I don't want it that... I was going to use mustard at marigold actually, not this blonde. So we'll switch that up. That's not what I wanted. I wanted a darker color to start with, marigold. This plate ain't got no room left. I better keep it though. Let me put some on a purple plate. There. It's more of a dirtier yellow. I think it's better for the broom. There you go. But this one ain't going to have a lot of shading. I mean, we did the hair, but that's probably going to be most of it. Might do a little floating of colors on the black, but I don't think much more. I think it'll be fine. Alright, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to just try a little bit of brown here. Color I use in the handle. And a little bit of that yellow. I'm going to try to see what I can do with it. Let's try it. I'm going to go around the edges first of all. Just sort of bring it in there somewhat. We'll see what it does. Let's give it a little more color anyway. I'll go this way first. Okay. I wanted to bring some up into it, but we'll see. I think I'll just do it like sporadically here and blend it in. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. And I'm going to leave it just like that. I think that's how I'm going to leave it. Up and put some up here. If I can get any off. There's hardly any on there. It's so light. Yeah, that'll work for me. It just gives it a little bit dirtier broom, I guess. Pumpkin. And I'm going to use that brown on the handle of that pumpkin first too. Where's that dauber? Put this two over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, give me a brush. No, there it is. I get a little bit more of that cinnamon. I'm getting that in my hair almost. I'm going to do the stem here real quick. Brown enough, I guess. And then we'll get the pumpkin. I'm going to dab it too, because it goes quick. Right here. Spice pumpkin. Got room here? Yep. Shake it up. I just bought a bunch of rollers at Walmart again. Whenever I'm there and I go down that aisle, I grab rollers. I haven't on the whole been reusing them. I've been just tossing them and getting new ones because I don't get back to them fast enough. Painting once a week and I don't use them every week. So I've been tossing them because it isn't worth the Ziplocs to even probably save them in. There you go. I'm going to add a little shading to this guy though. A bit of dark orange down those lines so it pops out more. Just 2 seconds. We're not going to do one coat. I'm going to try to do on here. A nice thick coat anyway. Up here. I almost think I want that stem darker on this pumpkin. I'm not liking it. It needs to be darker. It's too much of a reddish color, if you ask me. Here we go with our burnt umber. Alright. My brush. Let's go here. Much better. Here. I'm gonna try this. I don't know if this is gonna work, you guys. It might be too dark, but I'm gonna try to do it lightly. I have to clean that up because I had too much on the brush. I was thinking it'd be an easy way to do it, but we'll see. Just to make those dark lines darker. Some more. I had too much on my brush there. I don't know. Let me get these out of here. That's not really what I want, so I better get the right color. Instead of going back and having to change it. With this here. Now I got burnt orange. Get this on there. Let's start it down in here. There. Can't see if I sit down what I'm doing here, so I gotta pick it up. My back is killing me though, so I'm gonna sit here for a few minutes. Alright. Next we're going to get some white, I think, to highlight on the black and I think everything I want to highlight on. You can see that brown in that first one. Yeah, I got to get some more orange over here. And just cover this section up real quick. So I can see my burnt umber I threw in there. Hopefully that'll help. Okay, I'll go back over here. This one went over. Oops. Alright, let's just put some on this side and let it have to be good. Alright, so we'll leave it there. Put an orange back here. Alright, let me get my, I think, let me see that. Yeah, I see what I could do. Can't see it when you're sitting down. I'm going to get a little blending brush. Get some white out. Probably going to want a couple on two sizes, so one will take too long. Let's see where they are here. Here they are. There's some. I'm going to have to order some more because mine are starting to fall apart. Probably from all the washing. I don't let them sit in water unless when I'm painting up here. Then they might sit there sometimes in the water, but not always. We use this one too. Okay. Excuse me for the hiccups. I'm going to get some new white. Put it on here by this black. How many plates do I have here too? I'll put it on one of these. I'll end up with a mess there. I know it already. I always get in the wrong color. Where's the white? Right here. Okay. I'm just going to use this little brush on a couple things. On like the pumpkin for one thing. I'll use my other brush then after that. Yeah, what do you get at Amazon? Oh, the rollers? That's right. I forgot about that. I got to look at those up. This one's still got purple in it. I don't want that. I can see purple on my rag. I don't always get all the paint out of them, I guess. But by the time I go down, my back's hurting usually a lot of the times, and I probably wipe them, do them. I should probably use my cleaning stuff for it, but I don't. I guess I just buy new ones. Let's see how much we got. We got too much here yet. Way too much. Okay. Now, I'm just going to go around here. Right on the back side of these things going up. Over here. Okay. This would be higher. I'm going to do too much, just a little bit. There. Let me see. I'm going to do a little up here. Just like that. I think I'll leave it there. Alright, now. Some of these are smaller. Let's get a little more. Yeah, I'll have to get them on Amazon. I forgot about that. Forgot all about that. That would be nice. And I don't even have to worry about buying them. A lot of times I go with white and I highlight with it. I'm not going to do that on these guys. I'm just going to do it with the dry brush and just give them a little bit of lightening. See how they come? That's what they're doing. They're coming apart on me. I could glue them, but I'll just throw them away and get a new one. There, I'm just going to do his wings, I think, like that. We'll see how it looks. And here, I'm going to do, I keep that upper part sort of separate from this lower part somehow. If I can, I'm going to do all the middle here. If I can get it decent in there, let's see. I want the other brush. That's what I want. Hold on. That's why I wanted the other brush anyway. I'm going to get that one paintbrush I have, that Luna brush or whatever it's called here. This one for it. Take it off. I think it's fairly light. Should let it dry. It's almost dry. Not really. It's coming off not much. I'll let this sit here because I may have to take it off again. See, I couldn't wait. I'm going to go to the big witch. I'm going to go to the witch. You guys see her? I think so. I don't think I got much on here anymore either. That, I think, was the problem. I think I wiped that much off. I either got too much or not enough. try this real light, see what we got. Just going to do the middle part of her dress here, just to lighten it up, sort of what the designer did with it. You'd like to round the edges darker, and that's about it. Like that. Okay. We'll get her headband here. We'll do that too. Whoops. I pushed pretty hard there. It came off more darker. But it's okay. I just want to do it around the top part. Like that. Let's see, that should be okay. And then get the cat. I'm going to leave the cat alone. And this guy's got a purple here. I'm just going to lighten him up a little bit. There. Go all the way down because they'll go down. And then where's this piece that goes on here? Right here. Oh, I don't have enough purple on there. I gotta get more purple. I gotta get more. Here a little bit along the top. This one would probably be cute splattered too. Purple, purple, where are you? Right there. Give me that dauber. Or, where's that dark dauber? Right. Nope. There it is. Oops. Dropped my paint. Yeah, I forgot all about those. I gotta do that. I can quit buying them at Walmart all the time. There. I might have to get that too close. Let me dry that real quick. We're getting there. Everything's painted. Except for this spot we missed here. I didn't come down low enough. Let's see. Some more of this dark. Not too much. Okay. If I gotta take I may have to take the white off to put it for it to match, but there we go. Alright, let me see. Yeah, it might be okay. Yeah, I think I can live with it. I can live with it. It'll be alright. Sure. Okay, oh, we didn't do hers hat. I didn't do her hat. Yeah, we are not done base coating. Right here, we're gonna finish this. And hers, of what I see, it was gonna match her dress too. It's gonna be this brush I can wash. Her dress is light purple on the bottom, so I'm gonna make it dark purple. No, that's so boring. No, we're gonna do her black. Let's do her black. No. Let's do her light purple, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we'll put polka dots up there to match the bottom. I don't know. Where's my purples? Not here. Right here. Threw it away. Thought it was some base coating. Maybe I'll do dark purple with a light purple band. That's what I'm going to do. Dark purple. Where'd it go now? I just had it. I gotta get everything, learn to throw everything on one side or put everything on one side. Here's my light purple. I just need my dauber for the dark purple. Is this it? Yes, I found it. Okay. And let's do this one. Because that one's dark purple on the top too, but that's okay. They can both be. The designer did one black, one orange. It don't matter. We can do however we want, I guess. That paint is so thin. I hate it. I don't like it. I'll dry it and shake the bottle up and get some thicker. Am I down for enough now? Let's see, her ears go there. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We just got to do the piece on top of her head then. Let's try that. What's that bottom? Maybe it's just purple. It's just really thin too. I don't know. Oh, the bottom. I suppose that's the one that fell. It is. Because as it dries, and it's not even thickening up here. Got some higher spots on there. Thicker spots. I'll spread it out here in a minute. Look at that purple. Try this again. This is Diaz and purple or whatever you want to see it. It ain't all that much thicker. I don't know. We'll try it. We need a coat anyway, so maybe it is. Let's try it and get it done here. Well, let's get the band of coat. And then we can come back. Try to even that out more. Okay, we'll put it up here. Let's get that on her head here. Where's her head? Right here. It's right part of her head. We're going to paint that purple. Yeah, let's just do it. I don't want to get paint on her face, so it's pretty uninspired here, this purple. Just going to brush it on there. And I'm going to have to probably get my brush, unless I can do it here. We're going to try. Actually going pretty good right now. Amazing. Truly amazing. Actually, I wouldn't have to be so careful because I should probably take some dark purple and just highlight there. Right on that edge. Yeah, that looks good though. I'm going to leave it like that. That went pretty quick. I got purple on my computer. I might just take a little dark purple here. Just because it's so light, and just put a little bit of bound along this band. Make it. Probably have to lighten that up. It's pretty thick right now. I don't want to take my light purple off though either. There. Okay. Try to get a little less in there. I shall leave it like that. Let me try that and see what it looks like. I'll make sure I don't streak there. Gave it just a little more light purple because it's still thin there where I use my brush to put the dark purple on. Just give it a little more dark purple in the middle, or light purple. Right through here. Above it. And there. We're going to put that right there. I'm going to leave it alone. Alright. I didn't do it that way, but I did. I hope we're done with it. Yeah, I think we're doing the white. Because we're going to put some on her head. I think, where is that? I put in water. Try it off real quick. And we want white, which is over here. So that, and my paper toweling is where I threw it away. Nope, here it is. I'll take too much off. I'm going to take some more. Alright, I'm just going to get her hat a little bit. Here, she's got some bumps there, I see. You can see my bumps there. She's going to have a band there, though. Let's just leave it like that for now. I'm going to get a little bit down her dress here. Let me see her dress. Just on this one side, I'm going to do a little darker there. I'm not going to do around the edges to make it darker. I think we're good. I'll just leave my brush. No, I'm going to put it in the water. I can always use it. I'm going to get my hands clean, and then we're going to put it together. And whatever's done is done. I'm not going to do any more to it tonight. I got to get out of here. My back is killing. I'll probably do, I don't know if I'll do any lines, but I might do some, like some on the boots yet and that. But I'll do that later, tomorrow. Just be minor if I do anything to her. We'll see what she looks like first. Alright, that's good enough. I can get it all off right now. Let's start with her. I'm going to start at the bottom. Well, actually I'm going to start in the face because her ears have to line up. And I'm going to use that glue that doesn't dry as quickly here. Just in case, I'll see if it comes out of here. So we'll take her. Yep, it comes out. There we go. We'll get her in here. I'm going to have to stand back up to do this. Probably, we're going to try not to. There. Where's your other ear? Way up there. Okay. I think it is. Nope. Oops. Get there. And right good there. I've got to go that way just a little. There. I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm going to just put glue right on here because I know that's going to be where her dress is. It's probably from the dress that I got that colored on there before, I bet you. She gets purple in here. Now remember I said you don't have to put these on this, you know, this was made for that window. But there's also going to be stands, so you can just set it on a shelf if you want. If you like them and you want, you know, you want the witches for just sitting around, you can do that too. I'll probably have it in the listing. I'll have it without the stands and with the stands. So if it's without the stands, then you're going to put it in the window, basically, with these tabs. Otherwise, it'll be just a small little stand that they'll each stand in for that. Now, she's going to have the bucket here, and it's going to go right up here. Well, we got to do our stars here, too. With the stars. And I'm going to go like this, I think. One here. I like the purple. I like purple though. I do. I always did. It's so pretty. There. Is there a matcher? Oh, they do matcher. No. I'm going to press those on there good. So they stay while I put glue on here. And I'm only going to put glue on the one half of it, I think. There. And then I'm going to put this, I'm going to put it right so it's going to hang, well, that'll be good. Right over by the boots here a little bit. I think about right in there. Yep. I could have put a little more glue on there, but it'll be fine. It won't need it. Okay, and then we're going to get, she gets smaller of the two hands. It looks like a nose, but it's a hand. There, and I'm just going to go let's see, just like this. So it's just your hand sitting there holding it, basically. Like that. She don't look too bad. She could have a little rosier cheeks if you ask me. I'm going to give her some, just a drop. Like that. Even there she is. It's Wednesday, Lisa. We do it again on Wednesday night. It's coming up Wednesday. Is the painting of that private group for those items. Alright, this is going to go right there. I'm just going to put it on right now. Okay, there she is. Not too bad. She gets a, no, she don't. I actually, I did this different than what the designer did, but that's okay. She put the pot on this one, actually. I get them confused. But it doesn't really matter, because you can put them in this, you can put them in there, and you'll see wherever you want. You don't have to have them a certain way. They'll fit in any of the holes. Put it that way. Here, we'll put this on first. Sure, get that on there right. Right there, I think. It's all right there. Okay, now her face. Right in there. And then her dress here. It's supposed to look like this hair's down, going back behind your back, which I think it does when you put this on. It sort of does, yeah. So I want to slide it, so it goes right there. See, our dress was a mix-up with it didn't work what we started trying. It didn't turn out too bad here. Could have been a lot worse, I guess. You see there. Okay. That looks good. Okay. Where's that mouse? I got a thing on there. I can't see. Okay. And now she was supposed to have the pot. It doesn't matter though. You can put it on with either one. But seeing she's on that side now, I'm going to put this one, the cat, over here. Right in. You got to keep her above where that slat is though, because that's going to go down into the board. So I don't want her any lower. Then I want her no higher or no lower than that there, which would be about right there. So it's going to go on this side of the cat. Oh, it's my dog barking. I couldn't figure out what the noise was. I had to listen. Take a little bit of that glue off so it's not coming out all over everywhere. Alright, so above that's just about right there. She is so naughty, okay, and you guys, to my husband, it's not funny, but he does not do any discipline with her. He lets her do whatever she wants, which is the bad part. And right now she's barking at him because he probably wants to go to sleep and she wants to play. And he'll yell at her and scream at her to shut up. She won't quit. Until I go and tell her, and I yell at her. Then she does. But I've chased her around this house already when she's been naughty. You know. But I don't like her in the kitchen when I'm food because she put her head right up there on the cupboard down here and get her nose right up there. And I'm like, get out of this kitchen. I don't let her in there. Oh, so we got these dots to do. But he has to learn. He's got to put his foot down with her here pretty quick. She's, you know, but and then she goes downstairs with them. And he'll be sitting there with a blanket. And he'll decide, could have taken a nap or doze off, go to sleep. She tries, I hear him yelling at her because she's trying to pull his blanket off. I said, well, then give her own blanket. No, then I got to try to, then I got to try to get up around that. And he says on the floor, which is true. But she wants his blanket. But it's his own fault. Put it that way. Those just sit on her hat like that. And then let's do her right here. And then we shall be able to put it in the stand. And did we finish the stand? I think so. We may have to glue the one piece together. Where's her face? Right there. They're not looking too bad. Right there. It's going to go. There, glue. That in there. Use it. There we go. Okay. That looks, let me see the top. It looks like I gotta go up a little bit right there. And then I gotta come back down over here. So, there, I think that's good. That'll work. Then, we got the one purple star yet, which goes right in the middle of her chest. Right here, we're gonna put it, let's see. Let's go like this. Like that, I guess. And she's gonna have this pumpkin here, and that's gonna sit down here too. But again, we gotta make sure, I'm gonna put it over here more. We're gonna keep it above that on this end. I'm gonna put in glue over here. We gotta keep it above that, where that piece goes in, because that's where it'll sit probably. There. There. And then she's gonna have the broom. And that is gonna go just like this, basically. Yep. Put a little bit up here, and then the rest down here. Should hold it, I would think. Here, and that's again, it's got to stay above it. I'm going to just hit the end of her hat. Oops, in there. I think the designer actually has it in farther. She does. She has it more. I'm going to move it. I don't even have no glue there. It's over here. Give me some more. There's a little bit there, I guess. She has it. It's actually touching over her hair here, right here. Yeah, but you can put it. I wouldn't have to even move it. You can put it wherever you want, to tell you the truth. It's up to you. I could have left it there. But, is that sitting down? I'm going to hold that there for a few minutes. Probably should have used super glue on this. I might get a Q-tip. A little bit there. This stuff dries clear. I wouldn't have to worry about it, but... it's not sitting level here is why probably should use super glue because this is higher up here than it is down here. So let me hold it there a few seconds, see if I can get it to dry. Did you guys zoom in or you just are that in? I guess we are that close. Let me zoom you out so you can see more. Be able to see more. I'm going to get some super glue on this because it's not holding. Well, she's so naughty. I don't have a choice. We were feeding the cats on top of my laser, okay? So she couldn't eat their food. And they'd be able to eat, you know? I mean, they just want to eat. That's all it amounts to. And she, so we were feeding them up there, her up there on top of my laser, so she couldn't get it. Well, she started getting up on my laser to get it, and she's scratching the crap out of the top of my laser, which doesn't make me happy. So I told them there's no more feeding her on the cats on my laser. So last night I came up with the idea of putting it behind my microwave and putting my microwave's in a corner. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's in a corner in the kitchen. And so I put it out more straight and put it back behind it. I got up this morning and somehow she got it. I'm going to put a camera out there. She's naughty. She's so naughty. She won't ever leave their food alone. But she's a pig. You know, when I get up, when I'm done eating, she's right behind me wanting my food, whatever I got left. I get mad. I get frustrated with it, to tell you the truth. As you can tell, it doesn't make me, I love my dog, but that kind of stuff just doesn't, it makes me not happy. She had it so that this one was over here. So this was out this way. So, I still can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Whoops, I gotta put her hand on too. Then she has it so that these guys are sitting with this one with the cat on the outside and this on the outside. So that's how they have it sitting. But I think I'm going to just put the bat over here to tell you the truth. Her hat, she doesn't have much of a hat, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put them over here more and put them on there a little bit more like that. Yep, right there. So that is that hand. And she has a hand like this. I don't know. I think it looks funny like that. I think it looks better like sort of last slant like that. That's what I'm going to do. But like I said, it's up to you guys. It's up to however you want to do it. Some glue there. And I'm going to let that sit there. And I'll go get the window now. There, I made it so it's up sort of higher and make her arms up higher. Let me put this glue away. Find my needle here, whatever I put it. I can find it. Probably not. Till I get everything out of here and start picking this all up because I got a mess. There it is. It's over here. All right, I'll go grab the window first. I've never had to yell at my other dogs like this. Never. This one's just naughty. I've told you from day one she's been naughty. Oh yeah, that's right. We put the wax on the base. Remember? I forgot already. And we want to see if it's going to stay on there. If we got to take it off. Wipe it off. So we're going to take a look at that right now. What time is it? It's already after 10. So it does look like it's dried pretty good. It's not going to come off. So I'm going to leave it just like that. So the wax did dry nice. And the bottom one is just for holding it. So you don't have to. But what I'm going to do is what I always do is I'm going to put this onto my window first. And then I'm going to glue it on. Because that way I can make sure that I don't get any more glue inside these cracks. And so forth. That's how I like to do that. Just because, I'm going to see if we sanded it enough to get it in there. And we did. It's going to go in there perfect. Just like that is in there. So now I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to put it on here. I'm just going to try not to get it. You guys probably, yeah, but I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try not to get in the holes. Or near the cracks. You know, where those pieces go. So it's not glued in. Because if I do sell this, I won't be able to take the base off then. There. That should be good. And then you just center this onto this board the best you can. Right there and about right there is where she's going to go. And I'm going to hold it there for a second. Okay. So that wax didn't work too bad on the bottom part. I sort of like it. Oh, I'm sure that, yeah, but she loves everything, Kay. Anything. There is hardly anything she will not take. Probably an onion. And, but she eats all our scraps. She gets them all. She knows it. And she feeds her breakfast every morning when he leaves. He gives her leftovers. If there's leftovers, he saves them for her. And that's her. She gets her breakfast that way. I'm like, you do what? He never did that with our other dogs. Never. So let's see how these are going to fit in here. So like I said, there's a holder for each of them. So you can have it, you can either put them in this, like this, what they're made for, or there's going to be stands for them too that you could just have them standing individually, because they do stand in here individually, on your counter or on a shelf or whatever you want to do. Oh, is that one going to go? You see, I'm probably holding it. I'm not even straight here. Get in there, Donna. Gotta go back far enough here. Where is it? Does that go all the way back? Yep. There and there. That one I may have to sand a little bit because it's up a little higher. I do. Let me sand that one just a little bit on the back here. Here, whoops. What's on there? I don't even know what's on here for sandpaper. Tell you the truth. Let's see. Then I'll aim you guys up here in a few minutes. No, I'll have to work on it. All right, now, let me see. How come they're covering her? Oh, because you do have to have them in there that way. And I'll show you why they have to go in a certain way. Because I just saw why they have to. You probably can't see why they have to. Let me get this one in there. This hole must be a little... I must have got some paint or something in this hole. Let's see. There we go. Hey, much better, much better, much better. I'll show you real quick. When I put them in the other way, I could not see her face at all. They were covering her face. So you have to put them in those slats a certain way. Let me aim you guys up. This is really cute, you guys. Let me get you up here. My mouth is so dry, my lips. So this is a window. Did I get you up? I didn't get you up yet. Nope. Hold on. Oh, that camera's dead. Hold on. Where it came unplugged. Let me go see. Who unplugged it? What happened here? Why did that one die? I don't know. It is plugged in. And this bar is on. Hold on. Let me go the other way. Maybe it just went. I don't know. It was on and green, working earlier, of course. You know, what would it be if I didn't have a problem, you guys? It's all plugged in. There's no reason it's not working. Let me plug it on. It looks like it's on. Now we should have sound. I'll put it on the other one. I can put sound on any of these devices I want. There, you can see me. I hope it's caught up now. Once I get back over here, I can see it. Looks cute, don't it? Can you hear me now? You should be able to. You should be able to. I think it looks cute. But you can see how big it is. It's good size, like I said. It's a lot bigger than any of the other interchangeables. I mean, when I cut the teddy bear one, or the moose one, it took up a lot. Let me see. Yeah, it's almost 16 inches tall. And those, like the big witch in the middle one is like 13 and a half. So they're pretty good size. Can't see me very good here. But there it is. Let me go like this and aim me up. There we go. You still don't have some? You can't hear me now? Good. Okay. Good. And I'll show you what I did with the is it up high enough? If it catches up. There we go. What I did with the truck. Right here. Like I said, I didn't like that tailgate at all. I'm really close here because it's so close to me. Back it off. That's the laptop's camera. All of a sudden it dawned on me that I could hook that one up. So I got rid of that other tailgate. Let's see if you can see it. It's got to catch up. Where am I here? Now there's still no sound. Is there sound now? It looks like there should be. It looks like there should be. So there's I'm going to put some lines on here yet and do some highlighting on. Maybe polka dots. I'm thinking I'm going to do dots probably on there because it adds a lot. Even though the one candy cane has dots, it does add. But I like the solid. I like it better like this than I did with that green because it was just too much. Too much. But I am liking these guys. They turn out cute. I like the purple. And this pattern even on the dress is cute. With that stencil, that turned out cute. Even though it was sort of a screw up. Okay, good. You can hear me. Good. So there they are. I love painting this stuff. This Halloween stuff and that. And in Christmas, it's right up I just like it. It's just, I think it's fun. I'd rather paint that than anything. I don't know if it's colors or what it is, but I prefer it. This didn't work too bad when I used it. I just forget to use it. This little guy's going in the garbage. I'll have to get some more of those ordered. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, you guys. If you're in my private group, I will be live on Wednesday night again to paint the project in there. We'll probably do the shelf sitters again. And then the ornaments sort of follow. You know, they sort of like it. Follow the same suit. I can put these paints away along with it. So don't forget Wednesday night. What is it? 6 o'clock we go on there. I should be on there unless something happens I get locked out of my house like the last time, but I don't think so. That shouldn't happen again. Once is enough. All right. Well, thank you. This guy, and by the way, this is already, if you haven't seen it, it is already on Etsy. I don't think I have it on my site yet, but it will be soon. But it is already on Etsy. There's a sale going on this weekend if anybody's interested. The normal 20% off of the prices. So there's a lot of new stuff on there. If you haven't been on there, go check it out because there's a lot of cute stuff. There might be something you like. You never know. You like that too? I like the window. I think the window's really cute. I really do. I think it's there's some cute sets for it too. And I'm sure there'll be a lot more coming out. So this is from the designer that does the one mini post. There's two different mini posts, but the one that does the one that has a insertable part on the sign, on the stem of the post. On the post, there's a sign on the post, and there's one that hangs. She's the one who did these guys. So I asked her to put this on the post. I'm sure she'll have to make it a little smaller or something, but I'm sure she will. All right, you guys have a fantastic weekend. If you got any questions, just send me a message. Best place is through Etsy again as normal because I don't see them otherwise. But thanks for joining me. It's been fun. This is my relaxing time every week as to finally get to paint on Fridays. Finally. So, we will see you guys next week. Thanks again. Have a great weekend, everyone. Okay, get to the right place here, too. There we go. Good night.